Yeah. There it is.
Usually Griffin's line.
He is in Griffin's line. He was Llewellyn, Griffin, and other person.
Is we alive?
Sumner.
Test two. From the VIA 313 booth, high above Dragon Stadium in Round Rock, Texas, it's game time broadcasting. Hank Oppel, Justin the Priest, and this is Bob Slocum on the call tonight. And what an exciting night we have on Salute to Service night at Dragon Stadium as the Vandergrift Vipers roll into town with a 7-2 mark, 6-1 in district. Vandergrift High School, established in 2009. First varsity season was 2010. Speaking of salute to service, the school is named after Marine Matthew R. Vandergrift, graduate from Leander High School and the first LISD graduate to die in the War on Terror. He lived in Steiner Ranch, the neighborhood that feeds into Vandergrift. Their first season in varsity football consisted of no seniors in 2010. They've got several by-district finalists and area finalists, including last year, the 6A state championship.
Yeah, they're the 6A Division II state champion. They're the reigning 6A Division II state championship. They beat South Lake Carroll in the championship. I believe they beat Summer Creek in the semifinals. First round, I can't remember who they played first round, but I think they ended up beating a bunch of good teams to get there. So this is a proven team and a proven coach.
So when it comes to playoffs, again, first round playoff record in the school history, 12-1. Overall Vandergrift playoff record is 30-11. The crew is led by head coach Drew Sanders, the only coach in Vandergrift history. Back-to-back District 13 6A champions, 2018 and 19. More importantly, we talked about last year's state championship. As for your Round Rock Dragons, they roll into town tonight with playoffs not only on their minds, but on the line, basically.
This is a chance right here for the Dragons to give themselves good seeding in the playoffs and also whether or not Vandergrift's going to play either in that district from 26 6A, they're either going to be playing Westlake or Dripping Springs because they're Division II, because I believe right now for the Division I look, it looks like it's going to be us and Hutto with McNeil and Vandergrift both going Division II.
Gotcha. So real quickly here, looking at Round Rock. Round Rock comes in with a 5-4 record, 5-2 in district play. Little brief history worth noting on Round Rock. Round Rock was founded in 1867 as a private school. In 1888, it became a public school and was renamed the Round Rock Institute. In 1913, Round Rock Independent School District incorporates and changes the name to Round Rock High School. In 1971, moved to the current location that we sit at tonight. Between 1940 and 1954, 15 consecutive winning seasons. In 1941, the Dragons win the district championship, their first one, with a 9-1-1 mark. Worth noting there, only the top teams back then made the playoffs. So if you were number one, you made it in. Everyone else, you went home for the winner.
I'd like to add on this. Round Rock has always been a very big school, so they've always been playing the top level of football you can. So when 6A was added, I don't know when it was added, but not a few years ago now, but a couple of years ago now, we got bumped up to 6A. Always Division 1. When 5A was the biggest one, we were one of the biggest in 5A, 4A, and on and on. So it's not like we've been playing small ball. We've been playing big boy ball this entire time.
Absolutely. Notable alumni. James Lynch, defensive lineman, would be drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in the 2020 NFL Draft.
Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Josh Elander, new name. Class of 2009, was a catcher, outfielder with rock hardball, and on football was a wide receiver, would go on to TCU, and just about, maybe 3 weeks ago, named the Tennessee Volunteers' new head baseball coach.
He made it all the way to Double-A before having some injuries, I believe. His sister still teaches here now under the name of Miss Davila after she got married a couple years ago. But, yeah, he just got named finally. He was the hitting coach and assistant head coach to coach Tony Vitello.
Yep.
It's a good thing for him getting that head coach job. I'm proud of it.
And speaking class of 2024, a couple of your good friends, not only teammates, but a couple of your really good friends, right? Luke Miller, class of 2024, starting left tackle at Rice.
Yep.
Leonard Moore, 2024 graduate, starting corner, and the number one rated cornerback at Notre Dame in college football, D1 college football.
Mm-hmm.
And, very early still. He still has another season to go. I think next year he'll have a tough decision, as many are calling him a first or second round.
I could definitely see him being a first rounder.
And that's where he's projecting towards. And then, of course, Ryan O'Keefe, class of 2019, graduate, played for USF and Boston College, was a quarterback here, turned wide receiver in college, projected to be a first-round draft pick before medical redshirt, right? Medically had to retire.
He had to medically retire when he went to Boston College.
And you'll see him down on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. He was a projected first or second rounder. I believe he was on the watch list for that receiver award in college until he had to medically retire. Had some stuff happen. He got hit in the wrong place. Figured out he had a spinal deformity they had no idea about, and just it wasn't safe for him to play anymore. But now he's giving back to the community. He's coming back to his hometown to coach up the Round Rock Dragons and give his knowledge, which is always great to see.
As for today, looking at today, team led by Coach Cody Moore in his third season as the Dragons head coach. Before becoming head coach, being named the head coach, served 4 seasons as the defensive coordinator. This season comes in with a 5-4 overall mark, 5-2 in district. As for the Dragons, it really all begins with the running game, and that's three-headed monster led by Brady Cochran with 162 carries, 828 yards, 14 touchdowns, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. Ryan Suetas, 51 carries, 394 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's averaging 7.7 yards per carry. And then the other Cochran boy, Alex, with 204 yards on 28 carries and 4 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
With a 7.3 yards per carry average.
You know who that doesn't work with? Like that doesn't happen without? This Round Rock offensive line. Moving bodies, pushing people around. You don't have 3 guys running the ball that effectively for that many yards without an offensive line pushing people around. You just got to give props. They're the unsung heroes. When everything goes wrong, you point at the offensive line. When everything goes right, they never get any praise. So praise to them big boys. Praise to them big boys.
And we talk about that a lot during the game broadcast, right? Yes, the offensive line, will go through the starting lineups in a little bit, but it all starts with them. They are the unsung hero. Mm-hmm. At least on defense, another outstanding unit. They get a little bit of credit, right?
So
they get a tackle.
They get sacks, tackles for losses, pass breakups, even as defensive linemen. But those offensive linemen, it really all begins, and you'll hear this at every level of football, it all begins in the trenches, and to have a good offensive line is just another boost of confidence, just another way you can win a football game. Just have a good offensive line. You know they're going to be sturdy, and you know they're going to block.
Jack Oppel, 62 attempts, 101 yards, 879 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and an impressive 61.3% completion rate. Jack brings in the running element to the game with a 33 carries, 110 yards, and 4 more touchdowns, with a 9 total touchdowns on the season. As for receiving, Dylan Yeager, 51 receptions, the junior, 870 yards, 8 touchdowns, 17.1 yards per carry. Adds a dual threat with his legs, 9 rushes for 50 yards, 5.6 yards per rush. And Daniel Berry, the senior, 49 receptions, 840 yards, 9 touchdowns, averaging about 17.1 yards per catch. So let's get into a little bit about the playoff and the standings. Currently, the top of the leaderboard, top 4 teams, you got the big schools, which we compete in, will go to the top. So you've got Vandergrift at 6-1, Hutto at 6-1, Round Rock in third place at 5-2. Vandergrift holds the tiebreaker over Hutto, having beat them a couple weeks back. Round Rock at 5-2 is in third place and in the driver's seat. McNeil right on our heels. Round Rock has the head-to-head win against McNeil. Both teams are knotted up at 5-2. McNeil at 4th, and right behind them, Vista Ridge. Vista Ridge at 4-3. They play Westwood. They have a more favorable of a matchup when you look at it. The big game to watch tonight, obviously, the Round Rock Vandergrift and the McNeil Hutto game. So here's the playoff scenarios that we're looking at. Number 1, if the Dragons beat Vandergrift, we are in. And we most likely, it looks like we're going to play Bowie in the first round.
Because we would then slot up and be the number 1 Division 1 seed.
We would be based because then we would be in a tie. So if McNeil pulls off the victory against Vandergrift, versus Hutto, and we win, we have the tiebreaker against Vandergrift then.
Mm-hmm.
So we would take advantage there. Now it would create a 3-way tie.
And that would be a point differential, which I believe the Dragons would win.
We do win. We win that. Okay, now, if McNeil loses to Hutto, regardless of the outcome of this game, the Dragons would be in the playoffs. If we lost and McNeil wins, we would we would end up facing Lake Travis in round 1. If Round Rock loses, McNeil wins, and a Vista Ridge loss, the Dragons are in. So
we get slotted
either
down
of
and be
them-
that Division 1 seed 2 team.
Lake Travis. And if Round Rock loses, the worst scenario, Round Rock loses, a McNeil win, and a Vista Ridge win, then we'd be out. Our season would be over tonight. So odds are in our favor, but first it's going to come down to
And this has been told all week, especially by the coaching staff, obviously, win and you're in. It's a win and you're in, and none of those scenarios even matter. You take out all of those scenarios, all that stuff that could happen, all the uncontrollables.
Yep.
Control what you can control. Go out and win this game, and you get number 1. You get a way more favorable matchup in the first round, but your season continues and you can keep playing.
So let's take. We're going to jump out to Coach Moore and our interview from this week, and we'll be back in a few. All right, Bob Slocum with Game Time Broadcasting here with Coach Moore. Game 10, we're on to Vandergrift this week. A lot on the line, but let's take a look last week. When we look at the Stony Point game, right, it was almost a tale of 2 teams, right? Rivalry game. They're 5 miles apart. First half, Stony Point, I know Troyer, quarterback, came out. I think he was 13 of 20, I think 268 yards, 5 touchdowns. We go into the half, I think they had 10 rushing yards. We go into the half, 38-38. We come out, they don't score again. I think they had 50 passing yards and maybe 20 or so rushing. What did that look like, and what were the adjustments? What were the conversations in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, like our first half was pretty uncharacteristic for our defense, for sure. I thought there are some things that we did that weren't us at all, just silly mistakes, this or that, whatever. But just as far, like we're talking about football X's and O's, there were some things that I thought that we can do defensively and still hold up to the run, but definitely help our secondary out a little bit more and get some of the guys covered that needed to be covered, and but still kind of get the quarterback off his point. So we made those adjustments. We kind of put it in. But the biggest thing is like we went to halftime, reviewed some film, talked about this and that, and plain and simple, we told the kids is like, guys, we're doing things that are so out of the ordinary that like we're not even doing the fundamentals of what we've been taught. Like at freshman camp, there 4 years ago that you're not doing right now.
Mhm.
So let's hone in on getting our eyes right, make sure our feet are good, make sure that like we're going through our progressions the correct way, all that kind of thing. Like back to like freshman camp type thinking, and let's make sure we do that stuff first before we feel like we have to make some sort of any kind of extravagant play or anything. And so that was kind of the main message over the over halftime was just like back to fundamentals, be us, make sure that we get lined up correctly and our eyes are on that spot is mainly what we went back to.
From the booth, there not a lot. There's a couple of plays got a little chippy on the field.
Yeah.
Again, I mentioned we're 5 miles apart.
Mhm.
It's a rivalry game. Kids have grown up together. One of our models put a be real above the line. How do you keep the boys from getting into that?
Yeah.
Getting into, getting provoked, taking the second shot that gets seen, drawing the flag.
I mean, knock on wood, like, I think our kids have done a really good job, an exceptional job, I would say, even of kind of keeping their cool this year. I think that there's been some times where it could have easily been a reactionary type situation, and they've done a pretty good job. But they are slowly maturing and understanding that is obviously not a retaliation.
Mhm.
Is not what we need in certain critical moments of the game because all it's doing is hurting the team. It's not necessarily you're getting your payback or anything like that. But we also encourage our guys. Like, I mean, if you feel that way or you feel a certain type of way about whatever, like that needs to be done between the whistles. Like, use that energy elsewhere, not after the whistle or you're out on an island out in the middle of the field and you just kind of showing your butt a little bit. Like, we're just not that way, and that goes back to the whole above the line.
Yep. And I noticed that if a kid ever gets out of line, like during a sub-varsity game, you send them in. Like you establish that early on.
Yeah, we're not going to put up with that. Like, if like when we celebrate, we encourage celebration, but we want them to celebrate with their teammates. It's not about me, the guy that caught the ball, or me that made that sack, or what. Like, have fun, enjoy it. Like, that's what it's all about. It's a game, but at the same time, do it with your teammates. It's a team sport. It's not something where the eyes are on you, right? So we encourage that, but also on the other end of that, you go and do something dumb, after the play that jeopardizes the situation in the game for our team and stuff. Exactly. Sub-varsity guys, they've all been warned. Like, every time they go out on the field, they understand, like, I do this, then this is what's going to happen. So like they just get sent to the locker room, or if we're a away game, we just kind of have them, not go back in because even if they're not even ejected out of the game. Yeah, it's just that's just not how we roll.
I love it. No, I mean, you saw it. We saw it in the Monday Night Football game, right? With the Cowboys, game on the line, fourth quarter, marching down, big first down. George Pickens takes the ball and sticks it in the, symbolizing a first down, gets a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
No, totally get that. Two-part question. Now that you watched the tape, several days have gone by since Stony Point. A couple of players, coaches that really stood out, and what else in general stood out? So two-part question.
From the Stony Point game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, Coach Ramirez on the defensive side of the ball has done a really good job. And I think the reason why he's done a good job is because he's challenged kind of what we've done in the correct ways. You know what I mean? Like, we've been running the same defense, for 7 years now. And like, he's putting in his 2 cents and bringing, suggestions, but also at the same time, like, challenging why do we do that? That kind of thing. And so what that does is that's just making the guys around him better. But he's coaching those kids really well. So seeing a lot of good things from him. Offensively, I'll always give a bunch of credit to Coach Carter and what he does with the O-line. I would say, just guys that I've been around, I would probably put him in the top 5 guys that are, phenomenal game day adjustment coaches. Like, he sees things a whole lot clearer than many guys do. And he already kind of has the adjustment in place. And the hardest thing about coaching is, like, you can give all the suggestions you want, but is it something that we've repped? Is it something that our kids can do? And is it within what we do? Like, is it like, you might make a suggestion, but like, that's not even remotely close to what we do. Like, I mean, like, if we're a wing T team and you're suggesting that we go spread, that's not us, but he understands that, and he does a really good job suggesting, certain adjustments or whatever it may be throughout the game. It's within the framework of what we do, which is, in my mind, a great attribute as a coach.
Absolutely, and especially because we're celebrating Brady Cochran, Alex Cochran, Ryan Suetis with their running game,
Yeah.
and the unsung heroes are the men
Yeah.
up front that are creating the holes for them
Yeah.
to get through. Friday, off day for all the players, right? How does that change for something that's so regiment, so such a routine?
Yeah.
What is that routine? What does it do to disrupt it or improve it? What changes? What do we do with it?
Yeah, and in those situations, we try to do our best to like maintain the routine. It is a little different, but a lot of our guys that have played have kind of been in the situation before because we've had random Fridays off, last year and that kind of thing. So what we do is we actually bring them up pretty early. We try to get them up out of bed, so at least they have a thought of, hey, I got to get up early. I might need to go to bed early. And then we get them up early and we actually feed them. We'll feed them some, pancakes and bacon and eggs. But then usually when we get into our like in the period routine on a normal day is what we'll try to knock out in the morning. And so like we'll do breakfast and then we go into our 2 words character development that, I send out every Sunday to everybody in the program. We'll go over that this week because it's Salute the Sober game. We actually have our honorary captain coming in and doing the 2 words for us, which will be really cool.
Do you disclose the 2 words? Is that something?
No, the 2 words is this week is speak loudly. So that's the 2 words this week. But the 2 words is through Stephen Mackey, and we're pretty regimented with that too. But like I said, I send it out on Sports U every week to all the parents. Because there is a parents portion of it too. So, anyways, like I sent it out to our guys who's going to be our honorary captain, and he's an ex-military guy. He actually a Round Rock guy, did play football here. He was a quarterback in '88 or '87, graduated in '88. His name is Charlie Cole. Is his last name? Charles Cole was a colonel in the Air Force Academy or in the Air Force. Went to the Air Force Academy, but so he'll come talk to the guys, kind of keep up with that military theme, and then he'll talk to them. We'll kind of go through some more walkthroughs and that kind of thing. Then Alan Franz comes and talks, and then we release them. And then our coaches have professional development. They got to go sit in, staff meetings and this and that. And then they'll come back and we'll go through our normal pregame routine with pregame meal. And, like I said, we try to do our best to keep it as, structured and all that kind of thing as possible. And I know that when I was playing, that the structure was good for me. It was a way for me to kind of stay in between the lines and make sure that I'm not, sleeping all day and, sleeping all morning, that kind of thing. It was just nice to kind of just get up and stay within what you're used to doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, it makes total sense. So Vandergrift, they're coming in now, 4-game win streak, including a big game against Hutto.
Yeah.
Number 1 in 25-6A and number 1 defense.
Yeah.
What does the tape tell you about them?
Yeah, I mean, Vandergrift is Vandergrift. Anybody that's kind of lived in the area or you coached against Vandergrift, like they're going to be sound on offense. They're going to be able to, they're going to try to do their best to establish the run game. They just happen to have a really good receiving core and a great quarterback, so that's kind of a double whammy. But they're going to be steady on offense. They're going to be super aggressive, and they fly to the football on defense, and their special teams are going to be super solid. But Coach Sanders, it is what it is. Like, he does a phenomenal job over there. He's an established coach with a state championship underneath his belt now. He's a great job. Like there's no I dotted or T crossed that he has not looked over twice, because you're not going to be able to fool him, right? There's no tricks and that kind of thing that they're going to get that you're going to get them with, because most of the time they've got it covered.
Alrighty, we're back with the Vader 313 booth high above Dragon Stadium. Great conversation with Coach. Let's hit the starting lineups really quickly for the Vandergrift Vipers. Offensive starters. Number 82 wide receiver, Chase Phillips. Number 1 wide receiver, Brock Chilton. Number 5 wide receiver, Thomas Buechler. Wide receiver, Ontario Jackman. Number 18, tight end, Arnav Sagi. Left tackle, number 71, Parker Cecil. Number 74, left guard, Will Wood. Centers, number 63, Caden O'Rourke. Right guard, number 60, Abib Garcia. Right guard, number 79, Isaac Scott. Right tackle, Carter Manning, number 77. Quarterback, Miles Tedecki, number 12. And the running back, Justin Moore, number 3. Defensive starters, left end, number 9, Hugo Vasquez. Nose guard, number 94, Gavin Law. Right end, number 19, Jake Venuto. Center, Karsten Coffey, number 16. Corner, Chase Ritchie, number 21. Your linebackers, Parker Davis, number 6. Thomas Foote, number 10. And Luke Davis, number 39. The rover, Brady Cernick, number 4. Free safety, Tobis Gray. And the dime backs are Colt Stevens and Griffin Gorabik. As for your Round Rock Dragons, let's starting lineups for your Round Rock Dragons. On the defensive side, starting corner number 13, Colin Padaville. Starting opposite him, number 33, Zayden Johnson. Starting strong safety, number 32, Hunter Wyndham. Their linebackers, number 34, Jason Nold. At Mike, and at the will linebacker, number 20, Jack Wensing. The defensive line, defensive end, number 90, Max Williams. Defensive tackle, number 99, Peyton Johnson. Nose tackle, number 95, Zahid Lyons. Starting defensive end, number 93, Ford Lucas. Free safety is number 4, Colton Shane. And starting weak side safety, number 29, Cooper Martinez. Game time broadcasting on the call tonight. We are 5 minutes from kickoff. Let's take a quick look at keys to the game as I bring in and welcome in Hank Oppel and let me get it where it works, and Justin DePriest. Alrighty, so real quickly, a couple of keys to the game. Number 1, discipline on both sides of the ball. Keeping the ball in front of you on defense, doing your job. Talked about maintaining the possession, right? It was all about moving the chain, right? To be successful, Coach Moore talked the focus on offense. It all begins with the run, and that begins with Brady Cochran is moving that ball 4 yards on every carry to keep those chains moving. Also, explosive plays, both offensive and defensively. Both offense and defense on the explosive plays. Stop the run and keep the ball inside. Like to welcome in Justin DePriest, Hank Oppel. How you guys doing?
Doing good, Bob. Doing good, Bob.
It's a big District 25 6A matchup here with the Dragons. It doesn't get any bigger than this. You said it earlier, Hank. It is a win and keep playing. And if you lose, you're really kind of flirting with the opportunity or the option of being on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a lot. I think the Dragons are in a good spot here. I mean, obviously the goal is to go out and win. Not everything hinges on it, though. But I do have good faith in the Dragons to go out and get the W here and give themselves a very favorable matchup in which would be Bowie, correct? Yeah, Bowie.
Yes,
if
Bowie.
they win
Bowie.
this one, most likely play Bowie. If they
Well-
don't, most likely play Lake Travis.
Now, if they win, okay, so if the scenarios work out, a Dragons win tonight. The big game to watch will be the Hutto
No
McNeil.
game.
If McNeil beats Hutto tonight and we beat Vandergrift, we move into the top slot for Group 1, which means we play Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
If Hutto wins and we win, we're still in, but we play Lake Travis.
Because we'll be the number 2 team.
Yeah, what we need is we need a victory tonight. We're in no matter what. We need either a McNeil or Vista Ridge loss. Vista Ridge has Westwood, and no disrespect to Westwood, that's the easier matchup. Round Rock Vandergrift, that's a tough matchup. McNeil, who beat Vandergrift, gave them one of their 2 losses. Dripping Springs week 1. McNeil, their one only district loss. They against Hutto. We're going to pause here for the national anthem. And we're back from the Via 313 booth, high above Dragon Stadium. And let's get rid of these keys to the game, because we certainly don't need those anymore. All righty, salute to service tonight. I'll give a quick shout out to my 2 brothers with multiple combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. I would say former Marines, but they'll get very upset with me because they say you're never a former.
You are a Marine.
You're our Marine.
Always.
So a lot on the line. It's going to be a little bit of a quieter night. It didn't sound that way when the door opened up here, but it's a little bit of a quieter. Should be a fairly packed house. But the bands, both Vandergrift and the Round Rock award-winning bands, are down in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome tonight and tomorrow. So best of luck to the band. A little bit of a near scare. One of the big rig 18-wheelers on Monday for Vandergrift on the way down to the Alamo Dome got hit by a train.
Yeah, I got parked over the tracks, couldn't get out of the way, and got hit by a train.
So we're going to pause here as they go out for the coin flip. Round Rock Dragons in their all maroons, maroon pants, maroon jersey, and the brand new maroon helmets. Meanwhile, the Vandergrift Vipers come in their white pants, white jerseys, and their silver. Kind of a little play there on the Notre Dame helmet.
It is, and it's
Chrome.
It's anyone
chrome.
who's seen Terminator with the silver guy. It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of I don't know which Terminator that was.
There's so many movies I couldn't tell you. I'm trying to think, there is a team that does this. I think Baylor did it one. No, Baylor did the gold. They did the gold chrome that year.
Yep. Retired colonel. I did not catch his name. I know he spoke at the breakfast this morning. Friend of the program, Air Force graduate.
Man, when I was here, we did our salute to service game, and we had Green Beret Doug, and he served in Vietnam. And so he was talking about they had kill circles that they would be in, front, back, side to side, and you had certain areas. And man, he definitely put us into perspective how easy we got it now. He was 19 in Vietnam, with people depending on him and him depending on people to keep them safe.
So I wonder. I'm sure he knows because those communities are tight.
Yeah.
My best friend's dad was a very heavily decorated Green Beret in Vietnam.
Yeah, and so his quote, God, I gotta find it. He said something. I have a thing for it.
Give a little shout out to the referee tonight, Wayne Elliott. So Vandergrift wins the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Round Rock is going to receive the football from the south end of the football stadium. So on your screen, they're going to be moving from right to left. So Vandergrift kicking the ball from the left to the right when we come back. And it doesn't get any better than this. Week 11, Game 10, your Round Rock Dragons squaring off against the Vandergrift Vipers. Playoffs on the line. We've been saying it all pregame. Pregame brought to you by River Rock Landscapes, as well as all Dragon touchdowns this season. First quarter action is brought to you by Dr. Marco Uribe and Austin OBGYN and fertility specialist.
Yeah, and Bob, I mean, we've been talking about how big this game is. The Dragons, Vandergrift's coming in here with something to prove. Also, they are really vying for their chance to get in the playoffs. That
Kickoff into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and we'll get our first look at Dove Stickler. Again, Dove Stickler coming in today with a really, really impressive line. 83 on 104 attempts for 1,349 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and an impressive 80% completion rate.
This right here will be his biggest test as a quarterback. You're going up against a very experienced defense with a defensive-minded head coach. Can't wait to see what this Dragon offense has schemed up.
Quick pass out to Yeager. He's going to dance across the 30, drops his shoulder, and is going to be run out of bounds. And that's going to be enough for an Airco first down.
tight trips formation, little bubble screen out to Yeager. Got to be careful out there. There was a couple of our receivers that when you're blocking out on the corner, keep your hands in. Anytime those referees see your shoulder pads turn.
Vandergrift's always known for having pretty big corners, decently sized corners, so they got to really focus on that.
Handoff goes Cochran.
Still moving his feet.
Oh, dude, he breaks through the tackles across the 40 to the 50. Finally going to step out of bounds. Oh, that fires up the Dragons sideline.
Yes, sir, baby. Get off me.
That is a power run right there. That's just pushing through. Dragons looking to use some tempo work here. Yeager in motion.
Hitting the
Yeager
backfield.
spins out of the first
Ooh,
tackle.
that should be a flag.
What did you see, Hank?
Looked like on that second tackle he came out, it looked like he got a part of the face mask.
Yeah, you saw his head kind of move around
Kind of get
there.
jerked back, but, we're far away.
That play goes for a loss. It's going to be second and about 12 for the Dragons.
I mean, this defense right here is giving up the least amount you can in district, followed closely by us. This will be a tight match here for the Dragons.
This is going to be really an interesting thing, how both these offensive coordinators kind of draw up on a couple of teams with some stout defenses. Trips to the bottom of your screen.
They're going to empty it out. Dove back to pass. Ball is up, and that's going to be nearly picked off. Yeager able to wrestle it down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a big, strong hands catch right there. Gain of looks like 1. We're 3rd and long.
It's a very scary throw right there. Very scary throw.
Coming across the middle. We're really going to have to work hard to get some of our key receivers open. You look at Barry, you look at Yeager, Harper,
Griffin.
Anyone who's done any scouting knows that those are the guys that the Dove's going to want to try to go to tonight.
It's 3rd and 11 from the 38-yard line.
Change at the line.
Cochran in motion. Quick pass out to Yeager. And Yeager's going to fight his way for about 3 yards. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 8. Irizarry does have a powerful leg. It's interesting to see what the coach does.
So they're going to keep the offense out there.
Yeah, this is one of those where out of field goal range, you could try to pin them deep with a punt. This is one of those situations where sometimes you see Jack Oppel come in, could be a run, pass, or punt.
It looks like
offense is staying
maybe
out.
try to get an offense offsides call here.
Keeping Stickler. It's Yeager in motion.
7-6 seconds left on the play clock.
They're going to call timeout.
For the Dragons.
Coach Moore not scared to burn timeouts in the first.
I'll say very early first drive. How much time we got left? We got
8:58. We'll be back in a minute.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence.
So when you look at this matchup, and I'm looking at just points for and points against, the Vipers come in with the number 1 defense in district. Round Rock, on the other hand, is 1 point off of Hutto for the most prolific offense.
Yeah.
So a great offense, defensive battle. And here's the biggest game of the season right here so far.
He's going to
Quick
let it
pass
go
to Yeager. And they're going to wrestle him up immediately. Originally hit at the 40, and that's where they're going to mark it down.
Didn't see his first read. I'm guessing he just got a little caught up in there, decided to dump it off. And they had a guy spying Yeager the whole time. They had a dude maybe 5, 10-ish yards off of him, which that's who you're game planning for. That's who they're game planning for. And I'm sure coaches are seeing this, and they're like, all right, we know what's going on now.
Well,
so
we've seen it before, and we've said it all season. Get your guys that can make plays the ball in space, and that's really what they tried to create right there.
it's getting real loud over here on the Round Rock sideline. Really hyped about this defense.
Miles Tedecki, the quarterback, K-State commit.
Motion in from number 18, big tight end for the Vandergrift Vipers. Handoff, number 3.
Justin Moore looks for the corner. And
Great tackle. That was a great tackle by the corner.
Yeah, good open field stick right there by number 33.
Zayden Johnson.
Zayden coming up.
That's dude. Coming off the corner, going to tackle a running back like that is no easy feat for
In
a
the
corner.
open field. His safety was another 8 yards behind him. There was
They
definitely more.
lowering the shoulder, letting him know this ain't a free ride to the outside.
Tedecki in the shotgun. Moore to his right.
Tight ends.
Got stacked twins low.
Handoff to Moore.
Oh, absolutely destroyed by Nold and Max Bloom. That's what you do right there. He gave up the edge earlier, and that last play comes in, makes a huge play for the Dragons. Him and Nold.
Jason Nold, Max Williams combine on the tackle.
That was great defensive call. They ran right into that stunt. Nold was coming through the A-gap, absolutely destroyed the running back as soon as he touched the ball. Turned a second and short to a little bit third and longer.
3rd and 3 from the 47 for the Vipers.
3rd and 3 here. Trips to the top of our screen, as we can see. Motion out.
Pitch. And they chop him
don't
out.
think
Let's
he's
see
gonna
where they're going to give him a favorable mark at the 50. That unfortunately will be enough for a first
Ooh.
down.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
It was Brock Chilton on the
I
carry.
won't know if I'd say he's at the 50. I mean, look, that arm and elbow come down at the
Yeah.
49.
Yeah, that's
Yep. They
really
gave him a generous
favorable
spot, but regardless, it's
Regardless.
1st and 10 for the Vipers. That's one of the big names, Brock Chilton.
That's
Number
one of their
one.
dudes.
spread offense.
Timeout by Round Rock.
They burned their second timeout.
Coach is not happy right now.
Something's going on down there, and he's just not happy about it.
Yeah, I know you have to turn those sometimes. I hate burning two timeouts in the first 5 minutes. That's tough.
Rather it be now than later. That's for sure. I'd rather it to get this stuff fixed now than it be later when it's the fourth quarter in a one-score game, maybe. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So Coach Moore's nipping in the bud right now. Get it stuff fixed. And knowing our boys, they're going to respond. So
We will give scores. If you know of any scores or happen to be tracking any of them, please feel free to throw them in the chat. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 50. Quick pitch to 40. And he's going to be snuffed out immediately.
Jason Nold coming through the A gap again. Mike linebacker absolutely picking that play apart.
see, Vandergrift likes to run this. Look at this chip motion. I hate it. I think it's really, I wouldn't say dirty, but I think it's Bush League. He's going to motion and come chip the defensive end.
That's exactly what Coach Moore is screaming at the head
that is
linesman and the
illegal.
referee.
That is illegal because
Yeah.
he's not going for the football. So I hate it. Offenses run it, can't stop it.
Just so you know, my Apple Watch just set off the alarm for a loud environment.
Green
Oh, and that's stuck
tackle
out immediately.
Wow, what
Great
a
play.
great play by the Dragons. Almost tipped by, I believe it was Stickler, shy of Stickler. Luckily, number 13 was there for Round Rock. Colin Paddleville to make the tackle, get off the block from the receiver. 3rd and super long here for Vandergrift.
That's just great scouting right there. Like when you can shut down that type of screen, 3rd and long now for the Vipers.
Justin Moore in the backfield, 3rd and 13 from the 47 now.
3-man rush for the Dragons, putting a nickel back there.
Handoff,
draw.
up the middle. Oh, and he's got a big opening.
And he's going to get
Enough 12.
Ooh.
He needed 13. He picked up 15 on the carry.
Wow. That's good play call, unexpected there from them. Wide open. They knew we were only rushing 3.
Yeah, that very well could have been a check down right at the line of scrimmage. Linebackers off, 3 down linemen for the rushing, and that opens that up really nicely.
Lots of motions here from Vandergrift, putting a tight end on the line with his hand in the dirt.
And up Justin Moore, round the left end. He's going to be hit immediately.
Immediately by Shane. Colton Shane does a great job on his run fit.
Well, not only that, keeping his legs.
Feet's going. I mean, when you're tackling a running back, I mean, not many times you stand somebody up like that, especially when they've got some yards coming downhill, and he just went and did it. I'm getting excited.
Justin Moore in the backfield to the right. Handoff goes Moore again, and Max Williams going to tackle him from behind.
Great job coming down on the edge from Max Williams. I don't know if they run much option from the quarterback. Tiadeki is not known to be a dual threat or a runner, but I could see it. You know, they're holding that mesh like they were last night with those freshman teams, holding the mesh real long.
If I'm not mistaken, also a baseball player.
He is.
Vandergrift.
He is the Vandergrift K-State commit. He's carried 36 times for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns.
So yeah, he can run it a little bit.
Back to pass. Quick throw out to 1.
Another
and that should be enough for a
screen.
first down. Brock Chilton. And the offense, I mean, Miles Sadecki is, a state champion quarterback. but this offense runs through number 1, Brock Chilton.
Mm-hmm.
3:42 left to play here in the first quarter. Hand off to 40, up the middle, and he's going to be tripped up by 29, Cooper Martinez. Number 40 on the carry for the Vipers, Sam Brown.
It's a very shifty run. His lane closed down. He made a quick jump inside and at least made something out of nothing. Dragons had him stopped in the backfield.
Second and 8 here for the Vipers. Doing a check with me.
Marshall Leinenberger in the backfield. They're going to spread it out.
Another substitution. It's pretty late.
Justin Moore now is the running back. And there's Brock Chilton in motion. Handoff goes Moore. He finds a seam. He's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Vipers.
Just a good play off tackle.
I'll say able to pull away the linebackers off their reads and their defensive linemen with that motion, with that back out.
Kick is up. The kick is good. Number 35, Wiley Olson with the kick.
We'll say a promising first drive here for the Dragons. Even though it didn't go our way, they nickeled and dimed it down the entire field. And from what I've seen and what I've heard from this Vandergrift offense, that doesn't happen very often. So you're making them earn it. You're making them earn it. We're not giving up giant big plays, and we're not. This has been a nickel and dime type of drive, and a lot of promising things here for the Dragons.
And honestly, you look at their this series they just had. They converted on 3 big third downs, and not like 3rd and 2 or 3, more like 3rd and 10 plus. Hats off to their play calling. That's something that I know that our coaching staff now, probably just down the hallway, is looking at this going, what do we need to do? We're doing a great job really identifying their first and second down plays, but their 3rd and long has caught us kind of on our heels at least twice that drive.
Yeah, it's just something we got to learn from and fix, and I'm pretty sure the defensive coaches are learning and figuring out what they like to do. Those screens, the receiver screen, running back screens, it seems to be their big thing going to the outside.
That kick's going to get back through the end zone. Harper will let it go over his head. That'll be another touchback.
That was almost out of the end zone. A heck of a kick. You usually don't see that a lot in high school. But that second one that's landed in the end zone or almost beyond. What do we see from the Dragon offense this drive? I'll tell you one thing that comes to mind is our running plays were the explosive plays of the drive. I'd like to see us go back and really churn through this Viper defense a little bit more.
And one of the Coach Moore's keys to the game was explosive plays, and offensively was finding them. Quick pass. Yeager, the intended receiver, incomplete. Was a play action. He held it in there pretty long.
Yeah, you said it earlier, Hank, but they are absolutely keying in on number 17 for the Dragons. Double and triple coverage almost every play. There's a linebacker spying him. If he's in the backfield, if he's outside, he's usually got 2 guys on him.
Look, 39 followed him over there. When you're playing a broken stack like this with a joker, why not?
Handoff goes Cochran.
Kind of got hit in the backfield.
Nothing opened up for him at all.
Kind of ran into his own tackle. But yeah, when you're playing against a broken stack like this, 3-3 most of the time with a backer or a joker in there, it takes away those slants and stuff that you normally run because they're just going to sit a dude there. They're going to sit a dude in that zone and take it away from you, force them to beat over top.
You got I'm watching Daniel Berry. They want to go cover.
And there it looks like they're in like a cover 2-ish
Cover
right
two.
here. Yeah.
Back to pass. Ball is up for Berry.
Overthrown.
Overthrown. Interception. And Berry's going to wrestle him down at
Way
the
overthrew that
49.
one.
Just overthrew his target. If you watch back, you're going to see pressure come in up the middle. Looks like kind of a delayed blitz.
He just aired it up.
If you watch, by the time number 10, delayed blitz
He
comes
just-
running in,
Just way over Barry's head.
just pressured him.
Luckily, Barry was there to make the tackle as well. Not the greatest start here for the Dragons. Expect this Dragon defense to tone it up, though. Give their offense a chance.
Tobias Gray with the interception for the Vipers.
Yeah, and he actually had Barry.
He had
In
Barry
that
open.
route.
You get that ball, you got to fire it in there. You got to fire it low and hard. It's got to stay the same amount off the ground the
Yeah.
entire way. It's like when you make that throw at third base, you got to get it in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
throw. Well, what causes that is you've got a linebacker running at you with his hands up. It
Completely
just-
free.
Yeah.
He's spying. He's sitting there spying, and he sees a gap open up, and you're dropping back.
Yeah, you can't throw it flat because you'll throw it right into his face mask.
Hand off to Moore. Up the middle.
He's gonna be tackled for a gain of 5 or 6.
Max Williams with the tackle.
Number 99, Peyton Johnson, sophomore, checking in for the Dragons. Off at defensive tackle.
This will be the best offensive line unit they have played all night or all season, and they're not doing a bad job.
And number 88, senior Luke Ramsey, also in at left end.
Got single coverage down here.
Handoff goes Moore again. And there,
They're going to fill that hole really quickly.
Wensing and Nold, I believe, both in on this tackle.
Loss of 1.
I mean, that also starts with the defensive line, being able to push a gap back, force him to redirect, and both of our linebackers are right there ready to scoop up the mess.
Vandergrift changing their entire package. They've just subbed in and out 4 guys here.
In comes
Third.
number 1. So I don't believe this is Tiadecki out there. This is number 11, Lawson Lombard. That's not number 12.
I didn't even catch that.
So it's not Tiadecki out there
And-
playing. He might be hurt.
You mentioned he was hurt. That's a
So-
wow. I didn't even catch the number difference.
So this could be a completely different scheme that we might be having to run.
Back to pass.
Number 5 open.
Puts it up across the middle, and that's incomplete. No, you were correct. And Miles Tedecki, you had mentioned that you thought he might have been injured. Lawson Lombard, and Lombard started.
Say Lombard has been out here the whole time. Thank you to Alex Vickers for letting me know. I thought it was number 12 too.
I didn't know, and I knew he was 12. I just never. Number
I saw the
11's been in
one.
there the
Yeah,
whole time.
so it's just
Big 4th down for the Vipers.
wouldn't be surprised if there's a ghost call here.
Watch Brock Chilton,
Yep.
number 1, on the bottom of your screen in the true X position.
So a lot of time on the play clock, 20 seconds. They're either changing up the play or trying to draw off sides.
And they're going to go ahead and drop back and punt it.
Here comes the quarterback
Don't
punt.
touch the
punt.
quarterback.
And that, no one back there to return. It's
And it's
going to roll
gonna-
into the end zone.
And that's a great stop there by the Dragon defense. Really bowing, not bending. I mean, bending, not breaking.
9 seconds left. We'll go to a quick commercial break.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence.
All right, we're back. Second look. Or third look at this Dragon offense. See if they can get something started here. Handoff.
Tackled in the backfield, able to get a yard or two.
Brady Cochran on the carry.
That's just tough running. He was met in the backfield, still able to scoot forward for a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 when we come back from into the second half.
And we'll be back.
This Dragons broadcast is brought to you by River Rock Landscaping, where your yard becomes your favorite place to be. From custom designs to turf, irrigation, and outdoor living spaces. They turn ordinary into oasis. Locally owned, proudly Round Rock. Call River Rock Landscaping or visit rrlltx.com to start your dream yard today.
And we're back from the Via 313 booth. Welcome to the second quarter of this one. All not a 7-0 Vipers leading.
This is shaping up to be a great district contest tonight. Vipers leading by 7. Dragons coming up with a key defensive stop after an unfortunate interception. Sitting at 2nd and 9 here. Start the second.
Play action. Ball is up to Barry with the catch. And that's going to be more than enough for a first down.
This is what we need. We've got to sprinkle in some other weapons. You can't. They're going to key in on Jaeger if they're going to do that. We're more than a one-trick pony here. We can absolutely target some other receivers and really muscle out some yards.
I mean, that's a perfect throw right there for that situation. You want to sit there, you want to play that lower zone and keep that safety high. Throw that really skinny fade. But you got to muscle it in there, and a good job Dove did it.
Harry goes Cochran. Oh, he's going to keep fighting
Lord.
his. Wow.
Just taking the best tacklers in our district, and he's like, nah, get off me, bro.
This is the number 1 ranked defense by far.
I think they've given up maybe 100 points, or they just got over 100 points given up due to Hutto. Like, he's taking linebackers and he's pushing forward.
Yeah, good hard running there. But what frees that up is the play just before where we faked it to them and hit that quick fade.
They're going to clear out the backfield.
All start on Mussey. That's a shot in the foot right there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Turn your 2nd and 2. And here's the thing: when you're coaching and you got a 2nd and 2, a lot of coaches will take this opportunity to take a shot downfield, like really spread out the defense because they're thinking, oh, they're going to just try to go for the first down, grab a couple yards, but then you've always got a 3rd and 2 if you throw a pass that doesn't get caught. Kind of takes that out of play here with the 2nd now and about 7.
Yeah, Coach Moore mentioned this, right? Discipline on both sides of the ball. You got Harper on the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a quick pass. Ball is up. That's Cochran with the catch.
He's going to get about
across the 40 to the 41.
Checkdowns aren't going to work against this Vandergrift defense. They fly around.
Flying around. They are spying your playmakers here, like running a lot of man. As soon as Cochran escaped the backfield, there was somebody 5 yards off of him, but still parallel with him. So they were gonna come up and make that play.
You can feel the tension in the air. Or in the words of Will Ferrell, woo-wee. Pass batted up in the air and thankfully falls incomplete.
It looked like it hit Jaeger in the hands or something. Go back and look at it real quick. So we'll watch it right here. It looks like it hits him in that right hand. He did have a guy coming right at him. Yeah, hits him in the hand. That's a tough catch right there for the Dragons.
Adam Ferguson comes out to punt for the Dragons.
Great.
That's
punt.
a beautiful punt. Drives them back. Ball's going to be caught at the 16-yard line. They'll mark it at the 17. They'll give them the forward progress there. 9:36. We'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, 9:36 left to play here.
2 running backs in the backfield.
Handoff. Chilton around the right end, and they shut that down and shut it down quickly.
It was already on. So
Trying to bring the whole production together here.
if only there was a way it would just stay on the entire time. But
Great job by the Dragons. That's always a risky, like long developing play that they just ran.
tackle for loss too.
Yeah.
So that puts Dragons in a better position.
Handoff Moore. Looking for a corner.
I mean,
We got
we got held.
we got a number 20 on Vandergrift.
I mean, this is a hold.
It's got
That's a hold.
Pulling.
Look at this. He's
Yeah.
got hands on and behind him. That's a
Yeah.
hold. Great
Yeah.
tackle by Colton Shane, though, be able to get in the feet.
Brings up a 3rd and 4, maybe 3. Scoreboard says 3. I think it's a long 3.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd and 4.
And this is a senior crew. This is a very senior crew to be missing that blatant of a point of attack foul. Here we go. Snap underway. Handoff Moore up the belly again.
And he's going to be stopped way short.
Let's see who we credit that tackle to. I see Cade Zamora in there. Jack Wensing's in on that.
I mean, it looked like
Luke Ramsey, Luke Rodriguez.
it looked like he got hit at first by Peyton Johnson. Look, he takes on the double team, splits it, and is able to get on his back.
You got to wonder how much the Vandergrift play calling is changing with their second string quarterback in.
Punt back.
Bomb of a punt.
Another
Yeager's going to, wow, that was a good 16, 17 yards over Yeager's head.
That was a bomb.
another good punt from both of these punters. You know they're good when they leave the foot and they're forming a spiral.
We're back after this message.
Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum, Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all, with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons.
Dragon offense take the field once again.
First and
Jack
10.
Oppel in at quarterback, throwing a little bit of a different look here at Vandergrift.
Handoff Cochran, up the middle. He's going to drop his shoulder and pick up 6.
And you see exactly what happens there is the dynamic that Jack creates. He takes the linebacker out with him as he makes that fake. It opens up the hole for Cochran for a nice gain there. It's just another dynamic that the Dragons have to use here. Empty backfield now with Oppel back at quarterback.
They're going to get a false start.
They are, yeah. They're doing the move. That's
You know,
gotta be more disciplined. Gotta be more disciplined.
You have to be. And no, you called it out. We saw it in week 2 against Temple, right, where we realized Coach Tenney started moving Jack out in motion, get him moving, and throwing the ball on the move, and his accuracy seemed to go up. 61.3% accuracy on Jack Oppel. But like we said, the dual threat, 33 carries, 110 yards, and 4 touchdowns with his legs. But he can also spin it. He's 62 for 101, 62, 101, 879 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He's going to be throwing this one.
And just a failed, blown blocking assignment.
It was a wide receiver screen to Barry.
It was just a failed blocking assignment. They were able to get around the receiver blocking for him and come and get him from behind.
Correction, Dylan Harper on the reception. Give a little shout out, speaking of Barry, to Bill Barry in Brooklyn, New York, another fellow New Yorker.
New York.
Notice I my accent comes back very quickly. Yes. Just you can only hide it so much.
3rd and 10 for the Dragons.
Yeager in motion. Under pressure, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to gain a yard. but that's going to send out the punt team.
I mean, they just dropped almost everybody into coverage. Great job covering up receivers.
Well, Yeager was definitely the intended target. He's in motion. Jack was waiting on him just to break containment so he could throw the ball up down that sideline.
I mean, good job by him sensing some rush and moving up into the pocket, just not enough time.
Breaking news. Hutto is leading McNeil 14-7. Kick is away. Bounces at the 41.
We'll go out at, looks like the 33-ish yard line.
Yep, you nailed it. 33. 1st and 10 for the Vipers.
After those first couple possessions or series from each team, it's really been a defensive struggle on both sides of the ball. Both teams really defense stepping up and really making you make a play.
Ellis King in at defensive end. Both Peyton Johnson and Luke Rod also on the interior defensive line. A little bit faster playmakers.
Ball up the middle. Going to pick up about 3. Justin Moore on the carry. He's their bell cow.
I mean, I wasn't able to watch a lot of film or watch a lot of things on Vandergrift, but I've been known them to be more of a passing attack with more of a run to balance things out. But this has been a very run-heavy screen team, and I guess that's what the new game plan with this new quarterback, their backup.
Yeah, they've got to. Handoff is going to go to Moore again, looking for the right corner, and
wow.
he's not going to get it. Patterville steps up and closes it.
Closes the distance, gets off his receiver, and really sets that edge. I mean, that's a great job from a corner. Really, do you ever see that kind of physicality from a corner? But
No.
Round Rock, I always see it. Always see it.
That's what you want right there. Stood up the receiver to come out to block him, running into the back, and then grabbed a hold of the back. The textbook how you shed a blocker. It really disrupt the play.
Big 3rd down here for the Dragons. Stands are getting hype. Dragons are getting hype.
Dragons showing blitz, backing out, Nold now backing up.
Screen to number 1.
That's Chilton.
Tackled by Ellis King.
Blew him up.
That is amazing.
He has his eyes down the field, doesn't see King behind him.
Great tackle by him. I mean, that screen fooled everybody. They were still by the quarterback. Great job by the Dragon defense to get off the field, force tackle for loss, I believe.
And great job by Brock Chilton to hold on to the football.
I mean, he evaded as many as he could. He evaded, I think, Luke Rod and Peyton Johnson. Just couldn't get away from Ellis King.
Big time 3 and out for the Dragon defense. Another booming punt.
Yeager's going to fair catch this one at the 24-yard line.
Very close to a halo violation there from
I'd say
Vandergrift.
He was like face mask to face mask almost at one point. Still 7-0, Vandergrift leading with 2:57 left on the clock.
Tight game. This is the kind of playoff, implication game that you want to see. This is Texas high school football 6A. Man, it doesn't get any better than this.
Dove Stickler back out to quarterback. So it looks like they are going to run more of a 2-quarterback system today. Figure out which one's giving them the best looks. And
Who's hot? Play the hot hand. Handoff's going to be Cochran. Brady's going to keep chopping his legs and picks up 5.
You see how low to the ground?
like, dude, his back is parallel with the ground. He's got a 90-degree angle, and he's just keep on churning.
He's about 2 feet off the ground. Makes him hard to tackle. Low center of gravity. Able to muscle about 6.5 yards.
McNeil ties it up 14-14 in the second quarter.
A lot of incredible games tonight. What a night for District 25, 6A.
They're going to move Cochran back into the pistol position. Snap directly to Cochran, and he's going to fight for a yard.
There is a flag. Don't know what it's going to be on. Kind of a late-ish flag.
I wonder if this illegal shift.
Illegal shift is what they're signaling, yes.
A lot of happening right before the snap. I don't know if everyone got set just before he snapped it. I think Dove still might have been moving forward.
Still moving, yeah. I guess he heard a clap.
Interesting little wildcat formation, going from the pistol right into kind of a wildcat look.
I don't think they meant to go wide. They were meant he was trying to make a change at the line, tell them what they were going to do, and then something happened. Might want to check the defense because you can't imitate the snap count. Not saying that they did. I didn't see anything, but rarely do we ever see that from our offensive line, just to snap the football like that.
Dripping Springs and Westlake also tied up at 14 apiece.
Timeout Dragons?
Yeah, 2-minute warning.
No, 2-minute warning. All right.
We'll be back in a minute.
Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum, Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all, with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons.
And we're back from the VIA 313 booth. Game time broadcasting on the call tonight. Hank Oppel, Justin the Priest. This is Bob Slocum.
Live from the moon.
Live from the moon.
Live from the moon.
Little harvest
I
moon
could
there
start
for
singing.
you.
I could start singing, but I promise we'd lose our audience very quickly.
Jack Oppel in at quarterback here. Empty backfield.
Oppel keeps the ball, and great job by the right defensive end. I believe that's going to be number 9 on the Vipers.
Jack able to get 2 yards, make it 3rd and 7 here for the Dragons. In comes Dove Stickler.
Hugo Vasquez on the tackle.
That's one of those plays that if he doesn't make that tackle, there's a lot of green behind that defensive end or defensive tackle, and Jack's going to be running for a while.
3rd and 6 from the 28-yard line. Dove Stickler in. Brady Cochran, the running back, to his right. Back to pass. Going to dump it off to Cochran. Jumps out of the first tackle across the 40 to the 50. Runs to a second tackle to the 31 man to beat. And he's going to fight his way to the the 16-yard line. What a run.
And wisely, veteran move on his part. He runs up knowing there's a minute left in the half with 1 timeout remaining so the referee can set the ball. Dragons are in business.
Dove Stickler checking down the receivers, roll it to his left, throws it to the corner
hits his
through the
hand.
hands of Yeager.
Honestly, if I was Dove, I would have tucked it and ran and got out of bounds.
Well, incomplete pass will stop the clock at 48 seconds.
I think this is the farthest they've been in the opponent's red zone.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
And easily in Irizarry's field goal range. So either way, obviously we want 7, but he's still in the field goal range.
Dragons spreading the field. Empty backfield for Dove. 3-man rush showing it. Blitz off the corner.
Ball's quick slant. Great catch. It's going to be Dylan Yeager.
and they're going to play some hurry-up football here.
1st down and goal.
From another Airco 1st down. Ball's on the 5-yard line. Like Justin said, 1st and goal.
Handoff here,
Handoff
Brady.
Cochran.
And he's going to get to about the 1-yard line. Dragons found some life here late in this first half. They're forcing Vandergrift to call a timeout. I mean, that's like one of those when you're in basketball and you force them to call a timeout. But yeah, like I was saying, that's one of those when you're in a basketball and you know just three, and they go on like a 10-0 run, like timeout. We got to refocus here. We got to get locked in here, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, they got to reset the defense. don't want the Dragons coming in tied out right before half. They're knocking on the door. Second goal at the 1. What a drive and a turn of events. Again, you can't say enough about Cochran's running style and just how tough he is. He missed at least three guys hanging on him at different times during that run, still able to power it all the way down inside the 20.
Can we say the high school version of Cam Scadaboo?
Yeah. We've got 2 of them here at Round Rock High School.
I actually think he's 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah.
Ryan Suetis, I call him the bowling ball. Snap. Handoff goes Cochran. He's met by 4, 5.
Dragons need to call a timeout here.
And they're going to burn a quick timeout.
It's going to be their last one of the half.
18 seconds.
And that's one of those calls there that's tough for an offensive coordinator. You know you've got some workhorses up front, but they stack the box. So it's a little bit of a gamble here when they stack the box like that to still try to push up the middle to find that small seam, because the seams get smaller and smaller the more bodies you stack in there.
So quick question in the chat room. Stephen Milder, okay, playoffs. Dragons win, they're in the playoffs. Dragons lose, they need a Hutto victory or a Westwood victory, and we'd still be in. The worst case scenario is us lose, McNeil win, and Vista Ridge wins. That would eliminate us. Right now,
Odds are with us, but
they are with us.
never leave it up to that.
McNeil, Hutto are knotted up 14 apiece.
This is a big play for the Dragons. You got no timeouts. You got to think we're going to the air here, so at least an incomplete pass will stop the clock.
Yeager and Berry. That's going to be Yeager in motion. Rolling out. Comes back corner.
Caught.
Touchdown, Dragon.
Oh, he fumbled the football out of bounds. Incomplete catch.
Mussey had it, and I think they knocked it out.
Yeah, let's take a look here.
Yeah,
Great defense.
Great defense. Punched the ball out. Number 0 for the Vipers.
Griffin Gorabig.
Just couldn't haul it in here for the Dragons.
14 seconds left.
4th down. That's going to send out Irizarry on the field goal attempt with 14 seconds. Kick is up. Kick is good.
That was a great play call and really well executed. And that's just one of those where the defensive back made probably the biggest play of the half. He's coming down with that ball still extended from his body, and he just gets his hand in there just to disrupt it as he's falling to knock it out for an incomplete pass. But a great play call. Honestly, good offensive execution. Defensive back made one heck of a play.
Give you a couple of scores around this from a little while ago. Cedar Park, Georgetown, knotted up at 8. Eastview, Leander. It's Leander leading like a baseball score, 6-2. Hutto and McNeil are still, let me check this, are still knotted up at 14. Obviously here, Vipers are leading the Dragons 7-3. I don't see any scores yet for the Vista Ridge Westwood game. Drip Westlake are knotted up at 14 apiece.
So you got 3 really good football games going around in like a giant triangle in the Austin area.
And they all impact each other's playoff hopes.
Mm-hmm. Westlake Dripping Springs is more direct to that district. That depends on who gets the 1 and 2 seed for Division 2 in that district, a 26-6A. Our bye district.
Here's already lining up here.
It's going to be a short kick. That's a live football.
It's going to hit him right in the face.
Able to recover. Let me get a number. Looks like number 40. He's also the running back.
That will knock us down to 7 seconds left on the clock.
Sam Brown able to recover the muff.
Dragons here looking to keep everything in front.
So interesting tidbit. The referee tonight is Wayne Elliott. If you remember watching the NFL several years back, there was the official strike. Monday Night Football game was the Green Bay Packers at Seattle. There was a controversial, it wasn't the ref's fault. It went to instant replay in New York. They made the wrong call, but he had to come out and award the touchdown. That was Wayne Elliott, the very own Austin referee, who has since been blackballed because he crossed the line. 82 in motion. Quick pass out to Chilton. That's a hook and ladder.
They tried the hook and ladder. We're not able and successful to get it.
Patterville shuts it down.
That'll be the last play of the half.
Dragons will go in for halftime.
And we'll be back after the halftime.
Moving soon? Let Ostex Moving take the stress off your shoulders. Owned by a proud Round Rock Dragons alum, Ostex is your go-to team for fast, reliable, residential and commercial moves across Texas. From packing to unpacking, we handle it all, with expert care and same-day service available. Call Ostex Moving for a free quote today, and go Dragons.
7-3. Vipers leading this one. First and foremost, playoffs on the line. We've talked about this. Dragons win. The Dragons are in the playoffs. With a McNeil Hutto victory, so McNeil loses. Dragons are in no matter what, regardless of the outcome. They're fired up. They'd rather control the game here. McNeil is currently trailing Hutto 31-21. We'll keep you posted here.
So what was the score of the McNeil game? 31-21?
Yep. Hutto is leading. And kickoff. Vipers will return this one. Going to field it on. That's muffed. 15 looking for a corner.
He's going to get the
he's
corner.
got the edge.
He's going to be forced out of bounds by Ellis.
Ellis King. I believe that was 15 on the return.
That was a near disaster
Ontario Jackman.
from Vandergrift. It almost turned into disaster for the Dragons if he would have got one more man off the corner. Nevertheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Vandergrift at the 32-yard line, maybe 34, where they're marking him.
So Hank, what's the vibe? I know you had snuck down there by the players.
They're juiced. They're hyped up. They're ready to go. They're ready to try and get the ball back and put this one away. Try to really put some nails in the coffin. Big movement here by the Dragons.
Back to pass, quick snap out. It's number 1 on the reception. Brock Chilton wrestled up rather quickly after a gain of 1. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
And you see, I mean, they're flying around with the football. I was told they got juiced, and I looked at them. They look juiced up. This defense, they're ready. They're ready to go to war for another few minutes.
I don't know if our mics are picking it up, but my iWatch has triggered a couple of times for noise warnings from the volume coming up. Handoff more up the middle.
And they're going to end up pushing the pile backwards.
He's going to end up picking up 3 on the carry. That's going to bring up, it should be a 3rd and 6. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Another big 3rd down play for the Dragon defense. This would be a really big stop to have another 3 and out.
Lawson Lumberg is the quarterback tonight. Chilton in motion, number 1. Back to pass. Screen pass to Chilton. He's going to juke a couple, breaks free, and he's off to the races, cross the 20 to the 10. Touchdown, Vipers.
Completely busted play there by the Dragons.
We talked about it with the coach. Had to defensively prevent these explosive plays.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a screen pass that should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage. We had 3 Dragons back there, really disrupted the play, but some tough running and a few missed tackles, really some missed opportunities there. That went for 7. Another 3rd down. We talked about this early on in a couple of their other drive that scored. They had 3 3rd downs that were just pivotal that they were able to get. That's another 3rd and long that ended up going for 7.
So, I mean, Dragon offense has their work cut out for them. You got to go score. You got to go score.
The extra point is kicked through. Number 35, Willie Olson. That'll make it 14-3.
So a quick strike by Vandergrift. You know, they worked the entire first half to put 7 up on the board. They put 7 up on the board in the minute and 45 seconds or 35 seconds to make it 14-3. To your point, Hank, this is one of those things where our football coach used to use the saying if instead for intensity but focus.
Yeah.
If you've got all intensity and no focus, you will overrun plays. You'll miss cues. You'll put yourself in a position where you're not going to be able to make a play. You got to have both. You got to have intensity and you got to have the focus. I feel like we were all intensity. They're not as focused on that play and really kind of ran ourselves out of it.
100%. I feel like the nerves that was a nerve drive right there. Now nerves have settled. Time to get after it. Time to get after that.
See how they respond. On the bottom of your screen with the black legs, Dylan Harper, Dylan Yeager on the top.
And that
And
one.
that's going to not matter. Well, actually, Harper's going to field it, muffs it, picks it up at the goal line, takes it up the middle, and he's going to fight his way across the 20, take it down at the 21-yard line.
That was the first kickoff that's actually been playable. Vandergrift's kicker, number 35, absolutely is booming leg.
Wiley Olson, senior kicker and punter. Worth giving a quick shout out to Adam Ferguson's grandparents and aunts, cousins, all listening out in El Paso.
Dragons' first drive of the half, number 12, Dove Stickler at the helm.
Dragon offense looking for an answer here.
2 tight ends, top of your screen.
Handoff Cochran. Cuts it back across the 25. Taken down at the, 28-yard line.
Good for a 7-yard run.
Really been the majority of the offense. It's Cochran this game, whether he's catching a pass out of the backfield or running, has carried the majority of the offensive production.
Handoff Cochran up the middle, finds a seam, breaks it out across the 45, finally taken down at the 49-yard line. There's an Airco first down.
Right on cue. That looked like a trap play up the middle. Really opened up nicely.
And they're going to go up tempo here. Handoff Cochran again, finds another seam across the 50, across the 40, and he's going to bulldoze his way to the 30-yard line.
Wow, this inside zone right here is really working.
21-yard pickup on the carry by the senior Brady Cochran.
You can see the guards blocking down. You've got the tackle coming across, kicking out the defensive end. Vandergrift still going to 3-man rush.
And it'll be Cochran again. This time stopped after a gain of 3.
I mean, you saw a little life from a Dove Stickler after that play as a pull. I mean, trying to get any attention towards him off of Brady. Expect to start seeing Vandergrift load up the box a little more. They sent 2, I believe, right there.
So it's going to force them into a zone look.
Trips right on the bottom of your screen. Handoff Cochran again. Oh, he's just going to fight his way 1 yard shy of a first down. He's going to pick up 6.
Just no answer. Not only is it hard running, but offensive line is absolutely coming out with fire this third quarter.
That's what I think McNeil was doing to Vandergrift, just running it and running it and running, holding the football. I think that's how they got their win. And so Dragons are doing the same thing. We're going to run it and run it and run it until you can prove you can stop it.
Well, and then what you do is you surprise them with a pass to Yeager or Barry once you get them to respect your run game. Pistol formation.
That's Musey in motion. Handoff Cochran again.
More than enough for the first.
He's going to spin his way for another Airco first down.
I mean, right here, you're forcing them to respect your run game. Should open up some passing lanes in this future drive.
I'm just going to take a moment here real quickly. Mark Marino, Nathan Grenier, Ben Pittman, Lucas Alanis, and Carter Shields. What a job they're doing on this drive.
Such a big improvement from the first half.
Handoff Cochran again. He's got some lead blockers. And it is literally taking 6, 7 guys to take him down. Picks up 6 on the carry.
Does not seem to be an answer from Vandergrift for this kind of offensive firepower on the run game. In comes Jack Oppel at the quarterback position.
Why not throw another wrinkle in there for Vandergrift going, now we've got 2 people we've got to account for that has some wheels. This will be an interesting play call here.
Right here, I mean, this is going to put some major stress on your linebackers and your ends.
Cochran knocking down 100 yards for the night. He's going to get the ball again up the middle.
You can see they're playing 90 way out there just to make sure there's going to be no run from Jack.
Well, knowing that, you bring somebody like Yeager across the middle in motion, it's really, your linebackers just don't know. You've got a kind of a triple threat there.
Well, tip your cap to Coach Tenney and the offense he's been calling. I've been impressed all year. Shout out to his family up in Tennessee listening. We've got the basketball players, Matt Holland, his dad listening. Oppel under center, out of the shotgun. Handoff goes Cochran again. And he's going to cut back inside the 5.
Be a first down for the Dragons.
First and goal from the 4-yard line. It's been all Brady Cochran. Had 53 yards on 8 carries in the first half.
I mean, they're really putting the offense on his back. Let him carry, and he's doing a phenomenal job.
It's just a great play call. That's a zone block where the entire line just starts shifting kind of at a 45-degree to the left side, and then you just count on your running back to find the gap. There'll be a gap somewhere over there. It might be B, it might be C, but it'll be there.
Oppel still in at quarterback.
Both tight ends motion over.
Handoff goes Cochran. They sniff that one out. He's going to be tackled for a 1-yard loss. That'll bring up second and goal from the 5.
In comes Dove Stickler to take the reins once again.
Number 10, Thomas Foote with the tackle.
Along with Carson Griffin for Jacob Moore. Back comes in Jacob Moore for Carson Griffin.
Yeager on the top of the screen. Barry on the bottom. Handoff. It's going to be a pass. Cochran puts it up for Yeager. And, incomplete.
One we have not seen yet.
Halfback option pass. He's only thrown the ball once for 56-yard touchdown.
Completion percentage is gone now. 50%.
Now 50 went from 100 to 50.
Wow.
We found some kryptonite on him.
Throwing the football.
It wasn't even a pocket pass. He was rolling and throwing. That was pretty impressive.
Quick snap pass to Yeager. Fights his way. Oh, he gets drilled at the goal line. A great stop by the Vipers.
Could definitely
inside the 1. They're like at the half-yard mark.
It was great defense. They closed on it. Tip your cap to the official. Right on there with the mark.
And this is a no-brainer. You have to go for this.
Send out the big boys. Send out the big boys.
Get your jumbo package out there. You are at the half-yard line.
Honestly, right here, this would be tush-push time. And I know you don't like it, Bob, but
well, in fairness, I don't like it because the defense should be allowed to grab the defensive lineman and drive him to counter. Handoff goes Cochran. He's hit in the backfield.
Smoked. That'll be a big fourth down stop.
Number 9 and 94. It's going to be number 9, Hugo Vasquez, and 94 is Gavin Law. Big stop turnover, and it's going to be a 1st and 10. Ball looks like they're going to mark it on the 3-yard line. Lost 2.
Man, that's 2 times now that Vandergrift has come in inside their 5 and stopped the Dragon offense. But they're not out of the woods yet. They're taking the snap in the shadow of their end zone. This is where the defense really needs to come alive.
And it is back up quarterback Lawson Lombard, number 11. He's been in all night. Handoff goes Moore. Oh, they close that quickly.
Maybe 1 on the play.
94 and Shia Stickler. Shia Stickler was one of the first ones in there, followed by Ryder Lang. Shut that down real quick. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Gain of 1 on the carry.
A little bit bigger bodies they're putting in here for Vandergrift.
Yeah, that offensive line is for Vandergrift. I don't have their weights, but I'm telling you, they're
280 plus.
They're big boys.
Sam Brown in at running back, number 40. Lombard at quarterback. Handoff, Brown. And that defensive line shuts the door real quick.
It's going to be 3rd and long here for Vandergrift. Been somewhat successful on 3rd down.
And actually, I'm going to stand corrected. It was the linebackers, Jack Wensing, and Jason Knoll. Jack Wensing was the first one in there.
In comes Peyton Johnson.
Another big third down. I mean, Hank, you said it. They've had the majority of their best plays have been on third down. This is where the Dragons have to step up.
On the bottom of your screen, the slot receiver. Watch Chilton, number 1.
He's going to drop back. Never
Hand
mind. It's going
off
to be a
more
draw.
up the middle.
And I don't.
Oh, he sneaks
out
through
of
a
it.
couple of tackles. They had him, and that's going to be enough for a Viper first down at the, looks like they're going to say 18-yard line.
Yeah, another big play on third down. Just Dragons not able to capitalize. They're running that draw. You know, they're acting like he's going back to pass and just draw play, and we have no way to defend it, it looks like.
Well, and we're dealing with the backup quarterback here, so you really don't know what to expect. But what we haven't seen yet from Lombard is anything down the field. Everything's either been a draw or a quick bubble screen, not a whole lot deep. Got stacked receivers at the bottom of your screen.
That's going to be a pass.
Good
Quarterback
draw.
draw is going to tuck it.
He's going to be immediately met by
Jack
Jack
Wensing
Wensing.
shuts the door.
Whoa, that's an extracurricular shove after the play.
Give a little shout out to Angelica. Aunt to Caleb Castaneda, tuning in from Kuwait.
Kuwait, man.
5:25 a.m. in the morning.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah.
It's dedication.
I mean, it feels a lot closer than the 14-3 score that we have right now.
100%.
Second 12 for Vandergrift.
Handoff.
Chilton, that's going to be considered a pass.
We've got
There's a penalty. He's run out of bounds.
Maybe a penalty
And
there.
they're going to
There's another
late
one.
hit. Dang it. That's a shot in the foot right there.
So we've got a holding in the backfield. I'm almost positive, 90% on that.
And
Running
then
back
they're
turns the corner. He's got 1 foot out.
They're going to call a late hit.
Those are going to be offsetting, or is the late hit going to take
Well,
precedent?
it'd be a 15 and a 10. So what they'll get, I don't know how this works, Bob. Will they get 5 or will they offset? What's going to happen?
It should offset. I'm pausing for a second because it is a personal foul.
Yeah, that's my thing. Usually offsetting, but I think personal foul might trump.
They're talking to Coach Sanders over there, so maybe. I don't know.
Waiting for Wayne Elliott.
I mean, this is a big turning point right here. Holding on the offense.
On the offense.
That's exactly what we
Yep.
called.
Dead ball, personal foul on the defense.
So they're going to go mark it back.
Back 5 and then forward 15.
Back. Well, shouldn't it be back 10? Forward 15? And it'll be an automatic first down. Or,
No, I think it'll be third still, correct?
I don't know. They're not moving.
think it's-
Well, because he signaled first down.
Did he?
Yeah, it is a first down.
Because it's a personal foul.
Yeah, personal foul
That's
is a first down.
huge hit for the Dragons.
That's fine. Gut check time.
Yep.
Again, the outstanding official, Wayne Elliott, has NFL experience.
I mean, he was
I'll
correct.
tell you on a break a story. He mentored me. He is hands down one of the best officials. Made it all the way to the NFL.
That's a tough one. Another third down conversion from Vandergrift, but this one was on a personal foul. Dragons have got to find a way to stop the bleeding here.
Oh, interesting shift from the offensive line. Lombard, handoff more. Oh, had him in the backfield, runs through the tackle. Finally taken down
I think
by Max. Oh, and there's Luke Ramsey. Max Williams and Luke Ramsey combined on the tackle. Shout out to our sponsors. First quarter brought to you by Dr. Marco Uribe and Austin OBGYN fertility specialist.
So, for the guy in the chat, when did Round Rock stop running the 3-4? That was when Coach Moore got here, what,
7 years ago.
7 years ago, he implemented the 4-2-5. Before that, they were running the 3-4.
Second quarter sponsor, Austex Moving. Third and fourth quarter is brought to you by Hughes Insurance Group.
I didn't know this many coaches could be on the field for Vandergrift.
You shouldn't.
There's 4 dudes out there play calling with another one occupying a ref.
Oh, you know they are. They're the signals.
Well,
You
so
know.
they're signal callers, but I didn't think you could have them out on the field like that.
It's annoying. when I was.
Well,
on
then you
the-
got Sanders, who's outside the 5. He's within the numbers already.
Yeah. It.
There's
Well,
there is
he's-
some
he-
confusion going on here because now the head coach is all the way out on the field.
Yeah, the big thing is so long as they get back, like right there, the head linesman just walked through the 3 signal callers.
Like, I
That's
would-
not happening. That if I'm on the wing, that is not happening.
Well, because there's now 5 coaches on the field. I mean, all to call a timeout or whatever is
they're-
going on. They're fixing the clock.
No, they're letting the time run
See,
out.
and Coach Moore is irritated. I mean, I would be too. If you're going to get on us for getting on the field, let's have some respect here.
And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a minute.
Tonight's coverage of Round Rock Dragons football is brought to you by Hughes Insurance Group, your local independent insurance broker. Whether it's auto, home, commercial, or life insurance, Hughes works with dozens of top-rated companies to find you the perfect fit at the best price. No gimmicks, just real coverage tailored to you. Protect what matters most. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and score big.
All righty, we're back. I got a fresh list of new scores here. Maynard trailing Cedar Ridge, 49-14. Let's get to the ones we care about. Hutto is leading 31-21 over McNeil. And Vista Ridge is trailing Westwood 21-17.
Oh, whoa.
A little bit of a surprise there.
Handoff.
Handoff Moore. And he's going to be tackled at the 30-yard line.
We've got Alexis Ferguson watching from Missouri. Shout out, another fan of our kicker.
3rd down and 4 here for Vandergrift. A big 3rd down again. Dragons looking to get a stop to end this 3rd down efficiency. They've been very efficient on 3rd downs. And again, 3 signal callers out on the field.
Both of their touchdowns came on 3rd downs.
No, they're getting off quick though. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. As long as they're back in.
So they're getting off quick. A bunch down at the bottom of our screen here.
Handoff is Moore around the left end,
And
he gets
stopped.
chopped down. Cooper Martinez comes up and shuts the door.
It's going to be an interesting play call here. 4th and short.
What a play by Cooper Martinez.
And they're going to send out the punt team. I would have done that too. Try to pin him a little bit deeper.
You got the number 1 ranked defense in the district. You're up 14-3.
Well, especially as well as they punt the ball.
Say he's been dropping bombs all night. So still got to be cautious for a fake.
Yeager lines up at the 25-yard line. Shout out to Aunt Betsy. And we'll have
Great
a
punt.
fair catch signaled on the 20-yard line.
Another great punt, good coverage. I mean, punts high and deep. Your guys are down there right on him, so it really forces a fair catch. If he doesn't, that might roll inside the 10, especially as close as the what do you call them, Hank? I'm blanking out here.
Pylons or the
No,
gunners?
The Gunners.
The Gunners, yeah. They're doing a great job getting off blocks and getting down there.
So Ryan Mathis, good question. Most likely will be Lake Travis in the first round. So either if we're able to come back and win, or if Hutto just holds on, they're up 31-21 and wins. Ball is up. That's going to be Daniel Barry at the 30 to the 35, thrown out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And there's another Airco first down.
See right there, you're splitting the coverage.
Picked up 15 on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, that was a good play. Fakes really kind of faked the bubble screen, pulled up the defensive back, and found the soft spot underneath. Russian 4.
Oh, snuffs that one out at the goal line. And Alexis Ferguson is the mom, so she's the biggest fan.
She does. All the moms get the biggest fan award.
No doubt. I'm the fifth of 8 kids. My father was the varsity softball coach. 4 sisters, 3 brothers. My mom, I remember being at every one of my games.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but she somehow did it.
It's magic. They just make it happen.
So is that the one, Alexis? I believe up in Missouri.
Yep.
Dove's going to keep it, take it up the middle to the 45, dives forward to the 48-yard line.
Great use of his legs there.
Picked up 11 on the run. That'll be enough for an Airco first down.
Thought he saw someone open on that RPO. Didn't. Made a really good, made the end miss really well and just took off.
Yeah, that was a good decision. And something the Vipers had not seen yet, so it really caught them off guard.
And that end did not expect that at all.
Handoff Cochran, and they're going to tackle him.
And they're sending tons of people right now.
That's
Tons of them.
number 9, Hugo Vasquez on the tackle.
Nine minutes to go in the fourth.
Dragons really need to put something together right here to stay in the game.
This is where time starts to be a little bit of a factor, especially with as much running as both these teams are doing.
Quick throw out to Griffin at the 50, across the 45-yard line.
It's going to get third and short here for the Dragons, about 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3.
3rd and 2 from the official spot. They're going to mark it at the 44. Picked up 5 on the pitch and catch.
Vipers have been really tough on short yardage situations.
I mean, here, if you see a man look or anything for Barry, you got to give him a chance to go up and get the football.
And Brady Cochran, no surprise there, drops his shoulder. They needed 2. He got 3. And an Airco first down from the 41-yard line.
And they're going to play hurry-up football here.
A little bit of tempo. Timeout called by Vandergrift. They did not like what they were going to see here. See that a lot from the Dragons with our offensive play calling. We get a first down, and it's almost like there's a play locked and loaded, and they're just going to get out there and play some smash mouth football and see if they can catch you on your heels.
Our amazing sponsors for supporting Dragon football. Our title sponsors are Lauren Concrete, Alpha Paving, Airco, and Austin Southwest Roofing. Dragon football appreciates these and all our generous community partnerships.
You know, if you look at this game so far, it's really been, for me, kind of the story of the third down. Third down for Vandergrift has made they've scored all their touchdowns on third downs, really converted at a high rate. You mentioned it earlier, Hank, but truly they've done a lot with third and long and really been able to manufacture, yards when they needed them and a couple of touchdowns. Dragons' third downs have not been as successful. Third and fourth down, we've really struggled to get the ball over the goal line and that first down.
I mean, you think 3rd and long, you think they'd throw, and they've been doing a really good job mixing it up and running the football on 3rd and long.
Handoff Cochran across the 40. They take it down after a gain of 3.
Cochran has to be over 100 yards. We don't have the official stats in front of us, but he has been the offensive workhorse thus far this game for the Dragons.
It's going to be Cochran. It's going to be snuffed out. Vasquez gets him in the backfield.
That right defensive end is able to get right by our right tackle and just big tackle for loss there for the Vandergrift Vipers.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Dragons. Maybe their biggest third down so far of the game. This is one where we've got to extend this drive. You got to be thinking it's 4-down territory.
100%.
Play action. Ball is up for Yeager.
A little bit of hand fighting there, but you got to think that ball's uncatchable. They were kind of tied up there a little earlier in that route.
Marshall Lindenberger on the coverage. I believe it was 20.
Yeah, just
Yep.
we're a little bit out of reach.
Here we go. Empty backfield from the Dragons.
Evan Williamson, rather, on the coverage.
Big fourth down play.
Back to pass. Gets it out. It's short. Yeager bounces off the tackle across the 30.
Unbelievable
That's a great
strength.
play right there.
Absolute display of athleticism. Cornerback comes in, lays the helmet. Yeager bounces off of him, scrambles for another 6 yards.
Had him 2 yards shy of the first down. There's another Airco first down.
Brady's going to power through for about a yard.
That was a huge play. Fourth and 9.
Play. I mean, that's a ginormous. We'll watch it again real quick. I mean, he just takes a big old hit, stands him up, and then is able to have his balance and figure out where the first down is. That's amazing.
Second 9, empty backfield, trips down to the bottom of your screen.
Under pressure on the blitz, gets it off and just out of the reach of Mussey. Number 4 on the coverage.
Again, I mean, they're sending a lot of pressure here. Vandergrift really putting pressure on Dove to make the right throws and right reads. He's just off by a little bit.
Brady Cernick on the coverage.
That was number 23 that came on that blitz, and he was free because he's a defensive back. So you're bringing a safety.
See, that's that joker that they play with.
Safety is unaccounted for.
Mm-hmm.
Linemen are not counting for him. Neither is anyone staying in to block.
So, guys, tell me a little bit after this play. Talk to me about the joker. What they do. Gets the ball up. I believe that's going to be Barry on the catch. Spins out.
Makes another
First
man miss.
down across the 5. Run out of bounds.
Wow, that's just
That was an incredible play from number of players. Dove extending the play with his legs. Barry making the catch.
Any surprise that Daniel Barry making monster plays after a catch?
making a man miss.
One,
running
two,
through
three.
a tackle.
Fourth guy had to get there. Jack Oppel checking into the game again.
Shout out to Bill Barry listening in Brooklyn, New York. Mussey in motion.
Walked up a few people here for Vandergrift.
Handoff Cochran, and he's met at the line.
And they're doing a great job right here limiting. That
should be 15 yards.
Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. We're going to call that over there, and then he blatantly shoves our
in front of the referee.
Throws our player down. I mean,
I'll send Wayne a text tomorrow. That's a terrible no call.
Come on, man.
Well, especially after forward progress has stopped. Pyle's already moving.
And, I mean, that's dangerous. He could hit his head on the back of the turf and really hurt himself.
Yeah. Anyway, bad no call, but
still in striking territory. No reason to get so worked up about it.
2nd and goal from the 10.
12 seconds left on the play clock.
Dove Stickler back in. Back to he's going to get drilled in the backfield. Holds on to the football. Does number 6 is Parker Davis with the sack.
Outside linebacker showed blitz really late.
Came off the edge unprotected, just completely let go. Defensive end slanted in. Right tackle just thought immediately down block and just unaccounted for.
Open lane, like just a 5-yard sprint right into the.
I mean, and he took a great route. He stayed right on the tackle's butt and went straight to the quarterback. I mean, normally you don't see QBs get up from that hit very often
now
like
we're
that.
3rd and goal from the 18-yard line.
Stickler, ball in the air, catch, touchdown. Carson Griffin on the touchdown. That'll be a 17-yard pitch and catch. Dove Stickler to Carson Griffin.
Well, we said it's a story of third downs. Another huge, a 3rd down conversion for the ages for the Dragons to come in, put some points on the board. It's going to make it, after this extra point, 14 to 10.
Big conversion there for the Dragons. Finally getting over the hump.
Kick is up.
It's blocked.
Blocked. And they're going to return this one across the 50 to the 40 to the 30. Dives, takes
Isaiah
it out.
Stotts. Wow, that is effort. Effort right there to get the stop. Wow. Make it 9-14, Vandergrift.
You cannot make this stuff up. All right, so I don't know. He put bronze Ivan Impaler. So I don't know if that's like a serious. So I'm probably.
I think we might have started a game here to see just what we could get us
the
to
craziness.
say.
Yeah. It's like after 9/11 when they. In 9/11 when they gave the name of the pilots.
Yeah, I've seen what you're talking about. Let's talk about the hustle from our extra point team getting down there and making that play. If not, that's 2 points.
Isaiah Stotts.
That changes the game again.
Yeah.
That changes the game again. So huge play.
Still a one possession.
See, this could end up being a very weirdly scored game here.
Yeah, well, it's 4 minutes, so we got 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Talk about a game that's moving quickly with all the incredible running that both these teams are doing. Dragons have to go down and score. They can stop the clock 3 times, so have 3 timeouts remaining and the 2-minute warning. So there will be 4 stoppages. You can count on them not throwing the ball very much. They don't want to stop the clock. They want to try to grind this thing out. Dragon defense has to come up big. Dragons look like they're lined up for an onside kick.
They've been the masters of this all year. There's the kick.
Oh!
It's a live ball. First down.
No.
Let's see. I don't know who got underneath it. It looked like we had it at one point.
We had it, and it bounced out.
Wow.
Oh,
Had
Vipers
it.
football.
Yeah,
Let's look at the replay. He had it.
So, I mean, it hits off of, 20. Oh, Alex Cochran, you had the football, man. Wow. That is nuts.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely nuts.
You're right, Bob.
And
You
now-
can't reimagine this game. There's been so many twists and turns.
And now they've got the ball in great field position. That's the risk you're willing to take. Just this close. Inches. Football is a game of inches. All right, this Dragon defense going to have to scale up and really grow some.
Gut check time for the Dragons. And off goes Moore, hitting the backfield, spins out of a couple of tackles.
Got a
There is a
flag on
flag
the
on the
play.
backfield.
Maybe a face mask.
That was thrown way after that. Probably a holding. I hope so.
It did look like we might have had a face mask or a hand on the face.
Just the way. Yep, that's what it is.
My
That's
gosh,
a-
that was
that's
called pretty late, to be honest.
Another tough penalty for the Dragons.
It's listen. We're going to be accused of whining, but fortunately we scored a touchdown on the play. There's been blatant fouls, holds, a touchdown that was a hold.
And
Not
I just
called in
don't
front of
see
an
how
official.
he can see that from there, because there was a tackle in his way. I just don't see how he can see it from now. Now I'm not a referee. Don't know what's going on down there, But I just don't see how that back line judge over there could see it,
Well,
And that
should be offensive.
he touched him. That should be offensive. I didn't see
left
us
tackle.
move.
Left tackle. Look,
Le-
rewind
left-
it.
Left guard.
But it looked like we jumped first. We might have made contact. We were still in the neutral zone when he made his approach. So
Yep,
that's going
what
to be
they're
on
calling.
us.
Wow.
We had not retreated out of the neutral
Yep.
zone. That's kind of the rule. If you're
Yeah.
over the
Then great job. Great job by the
Vandergrift.
Viper. Yeah.
That's an amazing call.
So now they go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 5.
Yeah,
They've
no.
snapped the ball one time and with penalties have amassed 20 yards.
Say Dragons need a turnover here. When they've needed one, they've gotten one. So a little check with me. Let's have all 9 coaches come out on the field real quick.
Where the clock is really starting to play a factor. 3 minutes, 27 seconds and counting. 4 seconds on the play clock.
Lombard. That's going to be a delay of game. He did not get that one off.
But they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give him a timeout. That was good. Good move by the coach. They saw it hitting zero. You're gonna err on the side of giving them the timeout.
I'm just not gonna say it now.
3:17. We'll come back in a minute.
Tonight's coverage of Round Rock Dragons football is brought to you by Hughes Insurance Group, your local, independent insurance broker. Whether it's auto, home, commercial, or life insurance, Hughes works with dozens of top-rated companies to find you the perfect fit at the best price. No gimmicks, just real coverage tailored to you. Protect what matters most. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and score big.
And we're back from the VIA 313 booth. High above Dragon Stadium, 14-9. Vipers leading this one.
This Round Rock sideline getting pretty bumping.
Lombard's been in at quarterback all night. Handoff goes more.
Absolutely
Peyton
stopped.
Johnson.
Timeout. Call timeout. Call timeout.
And there he is. Moore is in the official's face.
Trying to call a timeout. It was
Stop the clock, guys.
like, stop it, and
Like 5 seconds ago.
boom.
Great job, Peyton Johnson. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a minute.
From delivery day to every stage of womanhood, Dr. Marco Uribe is here for it all. Born in Laredo, trained at Yale, and trusted in Austin for over 20 years. Whether it's hormone therapy, surgery, or compassionate care, Dr. Uribe delivers more than medicine. He delivers confidence.
And broken record here, watching from McMurdo Station in Antarctica. I think that's the weirdest, craziest place we've seen.
Antarctica, Kuwait, and Moscow. If you guys aren't
Moscow.
messing with it. If they're messing with us, it's
You're
pretty
messing with us.
funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
pretty funny.
Just keep putting them in there. We'll say them.
That's hilarious, though. If you are like in Antarctica, I
For
don't
real.
know how that's
That's
happening.
awesome.
I don't think so.
Handoff. Reverse to
Reverse.
Chilton. Around the left end.
Colton Shane
Coach
there for
Tate
the
shuts
tackle.
it down. Wow, great play by the senior Colton Shane.
Colton Shane keeping his eyes in the right place, telling him, "No, you're not going to be able to fool me." We'll watch this replay real quick.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Vipers.
And look, Shane, I mean, evades a block, then amazing tackle. His defense, imagine seeing this from the defense we saw week 1. Week 1 defense compared to now.
Oh, I know.
Completely different animal.
It's totally different. And it was great pursuit. Like,
It's playing hard football.
yeah.
I mean,
That's stepping up when you need a big tackle right there. Vandergrift, running back, did a great job staying in bounds because he's trying to keep the clock running, forcing us to use another one of our timeouts. But we still have an additional timeout in the 2-minute warning. If we can get a stop here, this is huge.
well, I mean, regardless, I think their kicker has the leg for it. You got to remember that.
We're still 40. It'll still be a 40-yarder.
40-yarder, 14 sub, make it.
It's been a little while, but Westwood is leading Vista Ridge, which is huge for us.
Huge.
And latest score, I don't know, that's a little outdated, but Hutto is leading 38-28 over McNeil.
Big 3rd down.
Chilton in motion. Handoff goes Moore on the draw.
And they're going to run outside. He's going to be hit a few times. That's a hold on that receiver.
Ooh. Drilled by Jack Wensing.
And see, that there's a bunch of extracurriculars going on down on the sideline. No flags yet.
Moore is going to get on Peyton Johnson immediately, get him out of there. You cannot afford a penalty right now on a big stop like that.
And they're going to send out the kick team. Yeah, as a referee, I feel like you should probably take a stance and maybe be like, hey.
They've kind of let it go. They've let this go.
They've
You're
let the
gonna
boys
let it
play.
go.
They've let the boys play.
What I don't like is you had a blatant personal foul out of bounds, rightfully called against the Dragons, and then you had one
Right in front of your face.
right in front of your face that you don't call on the other team.
But it's like basketball. If you let the fouls continue to build, then at some point you just
Yes.
got to scrap.
Dragons looking here to block this
But
kick.
at the same time, you don't want to impact the outcome of this game. This is a great game. Let the kids battle it on the field. Kick is up.
Kick is
Got it.
Gonna be
good.
good.
Dragons are going to need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We're still in
Tie
the
it up.
game here with over 2 minutes to play, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, timeout, and a 2-minute warning here.
This defense has absolutely kept them in the game. This is amazing.
So 2:50 left to play here. Vipers leading this one 17-9. We'll go to a quick commercial. We'll be back in a minute.
Tonight's coverage of Round Rock Dragons football is brought to you by Hughes Insurance Group, your local, independent insurance broker. Whether it's auto, home, commercial, or life insurance, Hughes works with dozens of top-rated companies to find you the perfect fit at the best price. No gimmicks, just real coverage tailored to you. Protect what matters most. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and score big.
And we're back from Round Rock, Texas. Vipers, Dragons. Vipers leading this one 17-9 with 2:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. After the field goal, it'll be Dylan Yeager and Dylan Harper back deep. Kick is up. This is going to go through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
No time will run off.
That is the benefit. You don't lose any time, but you don't get a chance for a mega return, which when you got a kicker, really impressed with Vandergrift's punting and kicking team, like very, very skilled. Have really kind of pinned the Dragons back a number of times with their kickoffs and punts.
Another local area action, Dripping. Westlake knotted up 21 apiece.
Wow.
That's a big game.
Dogfight.
I think I see on your screen McNeil and Hutto, 35-38.
38-35, third quarter. Dove Stickler back to pass, airs it up for Barry, makes
Goes
the
up and
catch
gets the catch.
at the 50, spins out to the 40, run out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Wow, goes up, makes the catch. That's huge here for the Dragons, giving themselves some momentum and getting out of bounds. Amazing play by Barry.
Ran off only 12 seconds, collected a bunch of yards. Play clock still hasn't started yet.
25 yards on the pitch catch. Stickler back to pass, ball is up. Yeager just out of his reach.
Wow, that could have been picked off. Wow, he was inches away from that football. Inches.
Yeah, we're that's kind of one of those things where as a defensive back, he was eyeing Dylan Yeager more than he was eyeing the ball. You could tell because he didn't even react when the ball went by him. But if he had been watching tracking the ball, that could have been really bad.
I mean, right here, they're doing Round Rock. They're splitting those holes in that defense. They play a lot of zone. This is a big zone defense. If they want to send people, you're going to have holes in those zones, and they're really starting to exploit those. 4 walked up, down for Vandergrift.
And coming.
Play action. Ball is up and
just
out of the reach of Yeager.
off target. Was open. Off target. Did have some pressure in his face from number 9, the right defensive end, or left defensive end.
Just a little high. It's 3rd and 10. You know it's 4-down territory. You don't have to have it all right here. Still got plenty of time. 2 minutes, 26 seconds with a timeout and a 2-minute warning.
I mean, I'm going to Barry here. That's just me.
100%. They've been covering Yeager pretty dang good today.
There it is.
Quick pass to Barry.
And
it's snuffed out immediately. And he's still on his feet.
ball comes out but goes out of bounds.
They're going to give him forward. Oh, wow.
Wow, they're
No.
going to
That's backwards progress. That's not even where he landed.
I thought he got back to the 40 at least.
I
but-
thought it was for actually
Nah.
the other official, the headlinesman across the field, was marking him at the 40.
So we're going to let this run down the 2-minute warning. So we got a few seconds here. We can see this play.
I mean, oh no, they're right. They're right. He was about 2 yards behind the 40. So I mean, it's forward progress. Though it's just a little weird.
We got another celebrity watching. You're not going to believe this, guys. But we do have Elon Musk is watching from his Cybertruck. And he's a Round Rock Dragon fan,
Oh my
too.
gosh, man!
This is...
He does live in Austin
You have
now.
no idea the Dragons.
Dude, Elon Musk, can I get a Tesla, dude? Come on.
Hey, okay, a couple of scores. Vista Ridge in the third quarter back up 31-27 on Westwood. And it is a little bit more interesting. I lost the score now.
All right, gentlemen, this is the game here on the line. We got 2 minutes. Dragons ball, 4th and 14 on Vandergrift's 42-yard line. This is the play of the game.
For all the marbles.
All the marbles. 4th.
It's the last game of the season, Bob. Can't hold back now.
Back to pass. Ball is up. Barry makes the catch at the
Wow.
25, 20.
Oh, my Lord.
To the 10, 5,
Winning.
back out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
When in doubt, give Barry the football. Give him the football. He wants it.
He has
Wow.
been absolutely clutch, finding the ball, going up and catching it at the highest point.
I mean, like they move Yeager out into the flat. They've got dudes coming down thinking they're going to have to tackle this big old receiver. Nah, Barry's downfield. We're going to throw it to him, and he's going to evade a few of you and get down to the 5.
Here we go, minute 50. Still have a timeout left. Still can't stop the clock.
Here we go. Cochran with the carry.
And
Drops his
touchdown.
shoulder, and he's in for a touchdown.
Wow. We're going to watch this. That's 100%.
Now it's not over. We have to have the 2-point conversion. That was an incredible drive. It is all for naught if we do not push the ball over the goal line for this 2-point conversion. This is the biggest play the Dragons have called this game for sure.
Wow, what a game. My good friend Dan Cornelius and his lovely wife were here earlier. They just left. I think they left too early. And remember, they've been incredibly good on special teams. Yeager in motion. Passes Yeager, and he dives in. 2-point conversion. Holy cow.
Let's go.
We're
gonna
knotted
watch
up
that.
at 17, folks.
As you can hear, our camera ladies in the next room are going nuts. We're going to rewatch this. Look at this. Great blocking, amazing blocking, and replay.
Hey, let's just take another moment here real quickly and give the really the unsung heroes there. Mark Marino, Nathan Grenier, Ben Pittman, Lucas Alanese, and Carter Shields. What a fantastic job.
Dragons showing
Watch
absolute
this.
grit.
Watch this. Look how many people Barry takes on. 1,
He seals
2 people,
seals
and then
2.
Griffin on the other side's trying to seal off 2 dudes as well. Number 8, who's been playing in the box some of the night.
It's a great job.
And
Yeager catches the ball, looks for the backs. They teach you that. Look for the back of your offensive lineman, whoever's blocking. You can run off of that.
I mean, they created like a V for him, like a hole in that V. And with Yeager with some momentum, I don't think there's many people that are going to stop him. That's a great job by the Dragons. 17-17, a minute 46 left on the clock.
Defense has to come big here. This is where the defense has to come in and really make a stop.
So I wonder, we're lining up again in,
Dragon
Hey,
Nation
go
on
for
their
it. Go
feet.
for it. We don't want to tie. Let's win this.
and they're going to call a timeout.
I love it. Hey,
Yeah.
okay. Coach Moore calls the special teams. He's called more wrinkles than I've ever seen.
I think,
Right? Last week in the coaches meeting, I asked him, like, where is he finding these?
Yeah, that is a gutsy play right there. Going, hey, we're not going for the tie.
We're going for the win.
We're gonna roll the dice here.
Well, it's not. It wouldn't be a tie. You would go to overtime. You would go to overtime. This is a district game. You would go to overtime.
That's
Okay.
true.
This is a varsity
Okay.
UIL. You will go to overtime.
True.
And
There's got to
so-
be a winner in district.
Winner. I mean,
Non-district games, they will push it to a tie.
100%. But this is a district game. This game matters also for playoff implications. So that's even more of a reason to go ahead and play
I love it.
overtime.
I think it's the luck of Elon Musk. If he wasn't watching right now,
Or-
I don't know if any of this would be happening. Or Ronan Honey Badger O'Connor, which is the best name, if it's real, I've ever heard from Antarctica.
By far. By far. You work the honey badger into your name. You win. You take home the prize. And yes, that was water coming out of Justin DeFries's nose.
I was not ready for the Honey Badger.
Oh, I think we're up on I'm on my feet in the booth.
Here we go.
The
Yeah, we're
fans
actually
are all
good.
on their feet.
It is
Hit that coach stance, gotta
pandemonium
hands
at
on the knees.
Dragon Stadium.
I mean, this is the closest game we've had with Vandergrift since my junior year when we lost, I think 28-24 or something like that.
They're putting they have 9 players in the box.
I mean, honestly, I'd take it to the middle of that field and
Absolutely.
yep.
And it's a regular kick.
And
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna
going to be
fair
filled.
catch
That's a 20.
Fair catch.
Fair catch it at the 20-yard line. Ooh, doggy. This is what you want. This right here. This is Texas high school football at its finest. 6A, big dogs. Dragons have been counted. From what I've seen, the Dragons have been counted out in this game for most of it. People say, "Oh, it's Vandergrift. It's old Vandergrift." This ain't the old Dragons. This isn't week 1 through week 4 Dragons. This is week 12 now. Week 12 for the Dragons.
Well, week 11.
Week 11,
Week
technically.
11. Game 10, week 11.
Now, here's what's going to be interesting. They have not shown, Vandergrift has not thrown the ball down the field, but once, I think, this entire game. We'll see if they roll the dice with their backup quarterback.
And yeah, the backup quarterback all day. No word on Miles Tedesco, the K-State commit. Kadecki, sorry.
And there it
Handoff
is.
is more,
And he's going to be stopped.
but after a pickup of 5, 6 officially, they're going to give him 6 on the carry.
Vipers have no timeouts. They cannot stop the clock unless there is a first down while they reset the chains or get out of bounds.
Dragons do have 1 timeout.
They do have a kicker that can really kick.
Say they
We'll
do have a
see if they
kicker.
can get. They want to try to get on the field and roll the dice here on a long field goal.
But you can't just mosey it down the field with all these run plays. You have no way to stop the clock. Dragons right here just need to contain and minimize yardage.
Handoff
gain.
more again. Kicks it outside. Oh, and it's sniffed out. Colton Shane comes up with a big hit. And as does Cooper Martinez.
Boom. And they hit him immediately.
And sorry on that scoreboard. This is what happens when I don't let my wife do it. 17-17. Knotted up 46 seconds. 44, 43. Clock is running.
Third and super short here. Big boys in right here.
3rd and 1.
Come on, Dragons. Got a bow up here.
Handoff is more. And they
he-
hit him, and he's going to drive his legs enough for a first down.
And they're all pushing. Should have been blown dead a minute ago.
They're
but
letting this go a little too long. The one thing about this crew that I'd like to see is forward progress.
Yeah.
Blow the whistle. That's a safety thing for the kids,
Yeah.
really.
Clock should be running again. Now they're going to stop the clock out of nowhere.
I think they're going to measure.
No, I don't know why he's stopping the clock.
So it's a clear first down, I think, at that point.
Oh, they're going to measure. They're going to bring out the chains and measure this.
But they've already moved him.
They've already moved the chains.
Oh. Then there is no reason for this timeout.
They're running it. It's
Oh, okay,
To
they're going to let it
overtime
run.
we
They're
go.
overtime.
First over OT I've been a part of as a player or a commentator. Wow. Just wow. This is it right here. Nut up or shut up.
We'll take a quick break and be back in a minute.
Tonight's coverage of Round Rock Dragons football is brought to you by Hughes Insurance Group, your local, independent insurance broker. Whether it's auto, home, commercial, or life insurance, Hughes works with dozens of top-rated companies to find you the perfect fit at the best price. No gimmicks, just real coverage tailored to you. Protect what matters most. Call Hughes Insurance Group today and score big.
From the V313 booth, we're overtime. 17-17. If you left during the fourth quarter, you left just a hair too early.
Man, everyone's standing up here in the stands. Look, this Round Rock faithful here. Everyone's standing up. Vandergrift standing up.
Well, 17-3, Dragons mount a heck of a comeback and late in the fourth, tie it up, and here we are going into overtime.
I believe this is played not
We
exactly
won.
like the college
Yep.
game.
So Coach Moore wins the coin flip.
Both teams also, one thing that's interesting here, and you don't see this in every high school, but both teams have really good place kickers.
Yep.
So
So while we're in overtime, sorry to interrupt you. While we're in overtime, third quarter action, Vista Ridge is pulled ahead 31-27 over Westwood. McNeil, Hutto is starting to pull away 45-35, still third quarter action in a shootout about 10 miles east of us in Hutto as McNeil trailing 35-45. That's a huge game for us. Regardless, we win here, we're in.
Yeah.
McNeil, if Hutto wins, we're in. But I could tell you how fired up this team's been all day. All the reports, Hank, you talked to him at halftime. We're going to start the ball on the 25-yard line. Hand off Cochran. He's hit immediately. Spins off.
Remember, I don't believe there is a clock for this.
it's not a
You
clock.
get two timeouts per possession. So no clock.
They're
two
not
timeouts
showing
per-
any timeouts on the clock, but I believe you're right. You do have a chance, obviously, that if you're biting it off in 10-yard increments to get first downs, there is a play clock. The play clock will run, but the game clock will not.
2nd and 6. Ball is at the 21-yard line.
In pistol formation.
Hand off Cochran again. He drops his shoulder. Literally, the two defensive linemen that hit him at the line fall backwards.
Yeah,
Gain of nothing.
You're running hard when you're running over a 250-pound defensive lineman.
3rd and long here for the Dragons. 3rd and 6 it looks like?
Yes, sir.
Brought out the binoculars.
I have old man eyes.
You don't say old, it's experienced. Just experienced.
I have experienced eyes.
Experienced eyes.
Play action. He's got heavy pressure. Throws it away.
That might be intentional
And that
grounding.
might be intentional grounding.
Here comes the flag. He's reaching his back pocket.
Still hasn't called anything. I feel like you got to call it now.
Yeah, they're pointing at a running back. No flag. They're going to say that Cochran was close enough to it.
Wow.
And they're going to say I'm the field goal team.
Thanks, Wayne.
Dodged a bullet there. That's a tough one.
So, yeah, and by throwing it away, that'll send out Irizarry with the biggest kick of this young man's life.
They have blocked one already, so this needs to be the best kick of his life.
Well, good protection too.
Good protection, yep.
Low snap. Kick is
Blocked
blocked
again.
again.
And they
Oh,
picked
that's
it up.
devastating.
They picked
Around
it up.
the edge. Number 8 takes it across the 50, 40. He's gone. That's going to be 2 points, and that is going to be the ball game. Vandergrift will walk it off.
On a
Blocked field goal.
Wow. That's just not the way you want this game to end.
You know, Coach Moore said you got to prevent the explosive plays.
The amount of penetration they had on that kick again, off the corner, I believe. I couldn't see. I thought I saw him come off the corner, but that was an easy block, a quick pickup, and then just scamper down the sideline for an unfortunate 2-point conversion.
No, touchdown.
Oh, they called it a touchdown. That's
It's a
right.
blocked field goal.
That's 100% a touchdown. You're absolutely correct. We'll take the score 23-17, and just kind of a heartbreaking loss for the Dragons, especially after battling so hard late in the fourth to come back and tie it up.
Shout out Monster Day, Jason Nold, his grandparents, John and Catherine Parker, were listening. What a night your son had. So let's take a quick pause here because this is the most important thing, right? Currently in the third quarter, we're going to stay on for a little while here and track this for a little bit. Right now, it's Hutto leading McNeil 45-35. We need Hutto to pull out the victory here. Vista Ridge is still up 31-27. Correction, Westwood pulls ahead in the fourth quarter, 34-31, ahead of Vista Ridge.
That's a big game right there.
And Hutto, they've moved to the fourth quarter. Hutto up 45-35. So most likely, if either of those two scores hold true, Round Rock will make the playoffs and will square up against Lake Travis. And I'm telling you, I take this game tape tomorrow morning when they come in and watch it before their lift, and I use this as motivation of you can compete with the best of the best. This is the defending state champion. This is the 7-time either district or co-district champion. Since 2018, Vandergrift Vipers have either won the district or they've been co-district champs.
With us. And so this right here, this is a testament to the growth the Dragons have seen this season. The box score is not going to tell the story of this game. It isn't. You just took a team who has dominated everybody except of Hutto and McNeil, and you've played them to overtime.
Yep.
And you failed on one singular play. There are like 3 or 4 plays in this game that could change the tide of the entire game, and we just didn't execute.
Hey, I'm going to quickly go through some local scores here. Cedar Park pulling away from Georgetown, 44-30. Cedar Ridge, wow. Cedar Ridge laid up 70 points. It's 70-21 against Manor. Eastview, 36-13 ahead of Leander. Hutto, 45-35, currently ahead of McNeil. That's a big game that we're tracking. Round Rock loses the heartbreaker here. Westwood.
Hey, Bob, we're on camera. We're being shown to the world.
We're being shown to the
Oh,
world. This is
no.
our neat little setup.
Yep, this is us.
I wanted to say hi to Elon anyway, and
Antarctica.
and,
The honey badger.
The honey badger from
the honey
Antarctica.
badger in Antarctica. If y'all left, you missed one heck of a game here. If you left early, for those of you tuning in from afar, thank you for tuning in. We're going to keep tracking a little bit here. Manor Hutto up ahead of McNeil, 45-35. And in the Westwood has pulled ahead 34-31. That's going to be an important game to see how that one plays out.
You know, we kind of glossed over this. This could have spoiled Vandergrift's district championship.
Yeah,
for
Could've.
sure.
Didn't
Yeah.
even really mention it that much. That's why they're really. I mean, obviously they come out with a win here against Round Rock. Always be happy about it. That's why they're really, really excited.
I mean, it was, despite the end and the final score, it was a great high school football game. Two powerhouses really coming out, having to make some adjustments. Defenses coming up with great plays. Man, you couldn't ask for a better game. Obviously, we'd like a different outcome, but Dragons showed a lot of heart coming back late in the fourth and scoring 2 unanswered touchdowns to tie this up.
How it goes sometimes. How it goes.
It was. We're waiting for all the stats to officially come up to us, but Daniel Barry was just Daniel Barry. Made another amazing catch, spun out of a couple of tackles, took it down to the 5. It would be Brady Cochran would punch it in for the touchdown, and then it would be the Stickler to Dylan Yeager on the pitch and catch for the 2-point conversion to knot it up at 17. They would go college rolls, ball on the 25-yard line. The Vipers defense, number 1 in district, would tighten it up. Blocks would end up holding us to a field goal attempt, blocks the field goal attempt, and takes it back about 75-ish yards. I mean, it was probably more like 70 yards.
Yeah.
Outstanding run, touchdown to walk it off 23-17.
I didn't have any of that on my bingo card, Bob.
No.
Nope.
But no, I mean, hey, let's talk a little bit, right? As we look going forward, right? Hank, you're just 2 years removed from this. We look at where we started, right? Shoemaker, we had Temple. Temple was a game I felt we could have had. They had really one stud who mossed 4 times, made 4 amazing plays. You had 2 wide receivers, both of them. One of them had 4 touchdowns, one had 1. We were right there in there, but there literally was like one play. It was 5 plays. 5 plays that just separated it. We had the Vista Ridge game. You had Hutto on the ropes. But now you look at how we come out against the number 1 team, Vandergrift.
I mean, think about the growth here. You give up 56 in your first game, and then by your last district game, you're giving the reigning 6A Division II state champions a run for their money.
Well, overtime. We took them to
A
overtime.
run for their money. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not the same team last year, and props to Vandergrift. They've earned themselves a game between Westlake or Dripping Springs. So good luck to them.
So,
Ooh,
Bob,
we got a nail biter, Hutto 45-41.
So, Bob, you've been doing all the back the envelope math on what could and what should and what are the options. So, one thing is certain now: we dropped this one to Vandergrift. Now, what do we need to see happen from the games that are kind of remaining and maybe on the bubble that would put us in the playoff contention?
We need Hutto to win, or we need a Hutto win or a Westwood win. Hutto is leading McNeil 45-41. Looking at the scores, McNeil just scored, and it was a field goal to make it 45-41. So Hutto should be getting the football. And on the other Westwood was ahead the last time I looked, and literally scrolling through tons of scores, so I apologize.
So I'm pulled up the Vipe Live. It says it's 42-45 Hutto. So they're within a field goal.
Okay, 42-45. It's 34-31. Round Rock leading Vista Ridge.
What, Westwood?
So Westwood is up by a field goal. Hutto is up by a field goal. We need one of those to hold.
So I wonder, but so let's say that.
It could get any closer.
So let's say if Westwood beats Vista and Hutto loses, what does that make it for us?
If Westwood
wins,
then we're in.
And
So-
Hutto loses, does that put us at the number one Division I spot?
And Hank, what throws me off is the big school, little school.
Yeah,
This is what throws me off, right? Because it's not a true district, right? When you look at it, because half the teams are going to go. So right now, just at the district standings, top 4 team makes it, right? You got Vandergrift wins the district tonight. They have the tiebreaker head-to-head. So even if Hutto holds on to win, they would both be 7-1, but Vandergrift will hold on and win the district, 25-6A. Okay. Then you've got Hutto at 6. Right. Got the 2. We're now going to drop to 5-3 with a loss. Okay. So McNeil, if they win, we're also 5-3. We hold the tiebreaker against them. This is where it gets interesting. If Vista Ridge wins, we're all but knotted up at 5-3. And if I'm not mistaken, Vista Ridge beat McNeil. I'm gonna have to go look at this up, but
Yes, they did, I believe.
so what that means when it's all said and done is that creates a 3-way tie. I mean, there's a high probability that this is why I'm a little bit like not 1,000% confident, but I know for a fact if McNeil loses or Vista Ridge loses, then we're in good shape.
Gotcha. A lot of variables there. Thanks for keeping up with. I know it's like the math problem I used to hate in high school, or maybe it wasn't even high school. It's probably before that. But if train A leaves the station at 45 miles an hour and train B leaves at 40, which one arrives first?
I don't know. I got my phone for that.
Sadly, this is the type of math that I actually did good at. All
Yeah.
the other math I did awful. Like n to the second, absolutely, you
Yeah.
lost me.
What
You
letters
lost
or
me.
numbers? You have to call Elon Musk, which we know him now.
We know
so,
him now.
Yeah,
I
He's
know him.
watching. He's a Round Rock faithful, so
maybe
I
we
know him.
could patch him in maybe next game if we
got
get the
dudes from
playoff bid.
Antarctica, Kuwait, Moscow.
Well,
we could have an
Kuwait-
intelligence agency.
We really need to have a goal of getting someone from every continent, really, on the next broadcast.
Hutto just ran for a first down. Seems like they're trying to run out the clock. It took them a while to get set. So, yeah, they're not.
It looks like Hutto's going to come away with the win unless something here.
Of course, there's no clock for us to go off here. Know how much time's left.
They're definitely not in a hurry.
Hey, you know what? You win a hard part game like this, stay and celebrate. Good for
We can
them.
celebrate, yeah. As much as you know,
Well, I mean,
as
this
a
is their
former,
district winning game, district championship.
as a former player, this does make me mad. But props to them. You gotta give respect where respect is due. They fought hard. Good luck to them playing 2 top perennial powerhouses next week. So, I mean, whether or not
They got through them last year. They
didn't play,
on their way to the state championship.
Westlake went D1 last year, and Dripping they didn't play Dripping, so but they've already lost to Dripping once this year. But as we said, it's a completely different football team than Week 1. So
Yep. Vandergrift, again, formed in 2009, first varsity football season would be 2010.
Hutto gets another first down and slides inbounds to keep the time going.
Hutto did?
Yeah, so it looks like this game is probably going to be iced at 45-42. Hutto.
Or they show the time at all?
No, they're not showing the time for us.
See, that's what you get with this great game time broadcasting.
Yeah, we get everything.
You get celebrities and all the clocks.
You get
all
Elon
the
Musk. Hey, on a more serious note, special thank you to Aaron Oppel, Melissa Slocum on the camera. They do an amazing job. Chris Brogdon, who did the first 8 games with us, so 7 of the first 8 games that we had to work tonight. He works with the Stars and the Round Rock Express. So special shout out, Hank Oppel, Justin the Priest. We do this volunteer. All of the equipment was paid for by the sponsorship, so definitely want to give a shout out to many of them are alumni. Most of them, almost all of them, I'm either a customer for, except for Dr. Marco Uribe. He's an OBGYN and fertility specialist.
If you do, we have some explaining
Yes,
to do, Bob.
Exactly. But special thank you to Austex Moving, an alumni, Jim Clark, Hughes Insurance, an alumni, in Jason Hughes, as well as River Rock Landscape, Airco, Electrical and AC, as well as Via 313 was our boot sponsor.
Hughes Insurance.
An update on the Vista Ridge Westwood game, 38 Vista Ridge, and they have the ball with 3:32 left in the fourth quarter.
38-38?
38-34 Vista Ridge.
Vista Ridge is up. Vista has the ball.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Otto, what's going on over there?
Hutto, I just left. It was 45-42 still. And Vista just cracked off a long run.
I just set it for 10 minutes and told it to go. Yeah, mine's still mine's. I'm just on one of the sites
Yeah, Hutto 45-42, and they're in
up there. It
striking
is
distance.
38-34.
So, yeah, they're in striking distance now.
Hey, tip your cap to Westwood, right? Not playing. Their season ends tonight, and trying to play spoiler, trying to knock district rival Vista Ridge out of the playoffs. You miss this, Hank?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, even the losses. I mean, I miss playing, miss being out there. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You get to represent your school, and there's not a ton of notoriety. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're a high school football player, but it still feels good to have a town come out and root for you. And when you win, it's the best feeling ever. Like that Westwood game when we won it in the last few seconds of the game, that was amazing to keep the bell. And it was a lot of fun. It was a whole lot of fun.
One of the interesting things, right? Every Wednesday, I got to meet with Coach Moore, got to do one-on-one kind of coaches interviews. And early on, right, you start out with a tough loss at Shoemaker, Temple, and just kept that very even keel, right? Very fiery on the sideline, but attitude in the locker room, attitude with the boys. Hey, let's find what we're doing right. I think he simplified the defense a little bit, and the boys responded.
It's growth. That's growth right there.
Yeah, Hank, you're talking about missing the game, and at our age, Bob, I don't know about you, Bob, but I'm just looking at going, yeah, I do miss it. But now every time I see somebody take a hit or fall down, I'm like, ooh, that would hurt.
Yo, we weren't this big when I was playing.
I would be in traction if I tried that now.
I think I went to a 2A school.
I'd be
anyway.
in big trouble.
In New York, it's interesting. It's you think of New York City, but it's much more villages, towns, and villages. I grew up in a town. I think actually, I know for a fact, our two high schools combined, our our graduating classes of both high schools in my area, were well, yeah, about half of what the Round Rock graduating classes. Yeah. Each high school. All righty, so we're watching Hutto 45-42 still last.
Hutto is at the 1 yard line looking to score.
Come on, Hank. Give me some play-by-play.
They're not playing right now, technically. They're in a timeout.
So, like I was saying, right? So, Coach found a lot of the positives, what to build upon in those first two games. So, I'm thinking you come out of a game like today where you're playing the powerhouse, the defending state champion, let alone district champs, the state champs, and you put up the performance that we had today. I do not have any stats yet for the second half, but I do have them for the first half. Just to look at the team stats. First downs, Vandergrift 4, Dragons 5 in the first half. Rushes and yards, 16 for 64 for Vandergrift, 10 for 57 for Round Rock. Passing yards for Vandergrift, 7.
Mm-hmm.
91 for Round Rock. Time of possession, 10:58. Keep in mind, Vandergrift really owned that first, when they got that first possession, they marched down the field 13:02, so slight edge to Round Rock.
Hutto has scored, and they're attempting the field goal right now. So there should be 52-42 after this extra point that we're looking at. All right. Let's go look at this Westwood game, see what's popping over there.
Salute to Veterans Night here at Dragon Stadium. Special thank you to all the men and women who serve, all the ones who, some paid the ultimate price, others, I've watched people come home with PTSD and the scars of war. Special thank you and a shout out to all of them tonight.
Vista Ridge still up 38-34. Second and long for the Vista Ridge Raiders.
Rangers.
Yeah,
The Rangers. So what is it?
Um,
So wait,
38-34. Clock is ticking down. Westwood has no timeouts. It's 1:15 and ticking.
Looks like Vista Ridge is going to run the clock
Looks
out.
like they're going to win this ball game.
So they will come out on top.
Looks like they're just kneeling the football here.
but more importantly, Hutto with that touchdown, they're up 52-42, and we'll try to get how much time is left. You might pick up a little audio in the background. We apologize. Now, the Round Rock Dragons, Coach Moore has requested us to do the broadcast. Now it has to be accepted by NFHS that carries it.
Maybe we can use some of our clout from our celebrities.
There you go, Elon Musk.
Yeah, maybe you can pull some
Honey
strings.
Badger. Hey, we know the Honey Badger.
They'll be like, you know the Honey Badger? Okay, you're definitely in.
So it looks like that'll be the ball game. Rangers celebrating 38-34 victory over Westwood.
So let's take a look here. So it's still a 10-point.
And then
The magic question is how much time is left in that.
McNeil offense looking to take shape here. They're on Hutto's 40-something, 48-yard line. Wow, they got good field position. And they're going to drop back, throw a screen. Misses a tackle.
So now when NFHS when for the playoff games, again, I think typically it's Monday, I think Sunday afternoon is when we typically get an idea or like where this game's going to be played, etc. It's going to be Lake Travis. If Round Rock's in, it's going to be Lake Travis. It looks like Hutto is in good position to win this game. With a win, Round Rock is in the playoffs. So in the locker room right now, are they watching this game?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that this is starting to set in that this could possibly be the last game they play at Dragon. And this is a moment where obviously you're going to be sad. You grow up and you come through this program, and it's always been in this district, Round Rock versus Vandergrift. Always. Ever since I've been to school here, it's always been like that.
Stephen Milder, thank you. Under 2 minutes left in that Hutto game.
And so, obviously, the boys are probably going to be sad and distraught, but also you got to look up on the bright side. They just took the reigning state champion, they took punches and they gave them, and they just took them to overtime. The scoreboard's not going to show what this game actually was. 17-23. This is a 1-point game. A 1-point game.
Mhm.
And Dragons fought to the very end. And so we'll
Listen, that's one of the tough things, right? Is that we left the Vista Ridge game, we left the Hutto game, and we definitely leave tonight feeling like we had the game in our grasp.
you just a few moments, a few plays. If the ball goes our way an inch,
Yep.
multiple times, it's just.
The extra point didn't get blocked.
Yeah, extra point doesn't get
So,
blocked,
extra
field goal.
Because then maybe they would just go for 2 anyways, and we'd be up by 1 and wouldn't have to go
Yeah.
to overtime. But who knows?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But again, we talk about multiple seasons, right? You got your scrimmages, then you move into your non-district games, then you move into your district games, and the whole goal, in the words of the great Bill Parcells, is to get to the dance, right?
McNeil just scored a touchdown.
Wow.
So I don't know if they're going for 2 or kicking a field goal, but now it makes it 52-48 before the extra point. And there's a penalty on the defense they're going to put on the kickoff, apparently. So
111 left to play.
All
I heard that one.
So, yeah, 111.
Wow.
So it sounds like they used their last time out, so they're gonna have to do an onside kick and hope they get it.
So again, Vista Ridge, I believe, held on for the victory over Westwood. Westwood, ends their season on a high note, right? I mean, you took them. You want to win. I get that, but I'm saying they're probably one of their best performances of the year against a really good Vista Ridge team. Looking through. Cedar Ridge. It's funny, I had to score. Let's see, Cedar Ridge. The score I show is 69-21. On a different side, I saw 70 points. But they're going to run away in Manor. Let's see.
I saw Maynard's going to drop down to 5A next season.
They are. This is their
That's-
last 6A football game.
That good for them. That's a good move for them.
Just don't have the kids. Don't have the numbers.
It's and we see it in baseball. It kind of breaks your heart as a parent because it is an underprivileged area. A lot of what was East Austin when it what happened?
McNeil's signaling they got the football.
On the onside kick attempt.
The referees signal. This is their season.
And potentially the Dragons.
Hutto has gotten the football.
Oh, that's big for the Dragons.
So this will be a minute something left. No timeouts.
Okay, so we know now, as of now, Vista Ridge won.
Mr. Ridgewood and Hutto, if they line up in victory formation, I'm going to just call it a W.
So I'm going to pull up here. I want to see one thing. Okay, Vista Ridge lost to McNeil. So head to head, McNeil has if Hutto holds on to win.
They have the head to, so they come on a point differential between those three.
Well, hold on. No. If Hutto holds on to win, they're going to be knotted up with Vandergrift. Vandergrift won the head to head. So it'll be Vandergrift 1, Hutto 2. And then McNeil right now is McNeil's going to lose, so they're going to slide to 6-3. Round Rock slides to 6-3. We have the head-to-head against them.
Come in at the overall 4 standings. Maybe the number 2 Division 1 because Hutto is above us.
So Hutto will be the number 1. We'll be the number 2 in 1, and then in 2, it's going to be Vandergrift will be the 1, and number 2. Looking to see who the 4th team is. McNeil beat Vista Ridge head-to-head, and it comes down to those 2.
Hutto has won the football game.
So it's final. Round Rock Dragons will make the 2025 postseason for the 29th time. It will be Lake Travis. If I'm not mistaken, most of that information will come out on Sunday afternoon. It may be tomorrow. I know in baseball it was always Sunday.
Most likely going to play at Cavalier Stadium out there in Lake Travis. So.
Parked anywhere.
Or Kelly Reeves.
No, because they're the home team.
Because Cody told me that games would be at the Palace.
I mean, but
no Sunday. You're right. They would be the home.
Would be the one choosing, so.
Unless they do neutral sites. And I'm not saying neutral sites, but I'm saying like the Palace is a stadium.
I wouldn't leave that to Lake Travis to not give themselves home field advantage.
Yep.
So we've done it before every time. A lot of the time when I was here, we played them here. So.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you for joining us tonight with Game Time Broadcasting. This is Bob Slocum, Hank Oppel, Justin DePriest on the call tonight. Want to thank you for the season. Again, they have put the request in. We have requested to do the playoff games. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be allowed to use this channel. It might have to be on the paid. I know there was a discount, playoffs 50 for a month for $7 or $7.99. So there is a discount through NFHS. We'll have all that information out. We will have the coaches meeting, and we will definitely discuss that on Wednesday as well, if you want to catch it there. But again, Hank Oppel, Justin DePriest, this is Bob Slocum. A special thank you to Aaron Oppel and Melissa Slocum on the camera tonight. We hope you have a wonderful night and week, and God bless.